intended for Smith, number 17.
All right.
Marcus Peters was all over that. That was a great defensive play by the Baltimore Ravens secondary.
It should be it. I think it should be good now. Yep, we are good now.
All right, in the shotgun formation, Sam Darnold, two halfbacks on either side. Le'Veon Bell breaks out in the screen. Sam Darnold running for his life. He is hit. He is down. The Ravens think they got a fumble, but I think that's just a little overeagerness as we see all the time. That's going to be an incomplete pass, fourth down. The Jets are going to blow their second opportunity here to put points on the board.
That's certainly frustrating from a fantasy standpoint because, you know, they're typically only get between 12 to 13 on a good day. It's usually about 12 possessions per game per team. And so when you don't get something there, it's definitely frustrating.
Definitely take that back. They went ahead and they attempted a 49-yard field goal, but Fick missed that. I don't know if it was touched or not. I'm not sure if there was any blocked blocked kicks on that. It was just like
short.
A shitty ball that just came out. Either way, it's going to be Ravens ball around just shy of midfield by a little. And they got us at commercial break now. So coming back after this is going to be the Ravens ball. They're going to look to build their lead. Johnny, do you have any players going in this matchup right now that you're paying special attention?
I do not. I am just enjoying watching Lamar Jackson in this one. As a lot of people know, it is the semifinals of fantasy football, and our league of record right now has a couple of interesting matchups, one of which does include Lamar Jackson, so it'll be fun to watch that and see. And actually, Big Travie. It's Big Travie. He has Lamar Jackson, and so he is certainly rooting for him to do well. And so it'll be fun to watch him and see some of these other guys. But as far as from like a fantasy standpoint, I didn't own a lot of Baltimore Ravens. Mark Andrews. I should say Mark Andrews, but I have him in a couple of leagues. How about you? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh.
Oh, maybe I missed out on you there for a second. For me in our dynasty league, I do have Lamar Jackson playing. So in the semifinals, there going against Troy.
Ooh, that's a good matchup, dude.
Number 1 and number 2 in points going against each other.
That's pretty good.
Him and I both broke 1,700 points. Brett Johnson and John Credit both broke 1,500 points, and we're both playing against each other in the semifinals. Roommate, we could see a roommate bowl in the championship.
Yeah, I don't want to see that.
On which side? Either side?
Either side.
Either side, yeah. I really don't want an Arizona one. That's for sure.
I'm fine. I'm fine with not doing the positional ones because if it's over here, they're just gonna hound me and they're gonna be like, "Oh, it's our house is in the championship, blah blah blah." And yeah, I don't care for that.
Yeah. All right, we are back with the Ravens taking over at the 39-yard line, pistol formation. Mark Ingram in the game. Willie Snead cuts across. Lamar Jackson fakes the handoff. He throws the ball down the middle of the field. It's just over the head of his intended receiver. It's going to be an incomplete pass on their first play of the new drive. We're getting a closer look here at that field goal attempt, and it hit the pinky finger of a Baltimore Ravens defender, number 42. And boy, does he know it. That's good news. If your league rewards blocked, you just netted yourself 2 points or however many your league gives you for blocked kicks. We do that in our leagues. I like it a lot. It's not a default setting, but I would encourage your league to consider including blocked punts for defensive stats. Plays back on. Lamar Jackson hands the ball to Mark Ingram. Mark Ingram's got a
Oh.
huge lane here. He bolts down the right side, cuts. We're looking at a 30, 40-something yard play on that one.
Look at this monster hole that he gets here. Oh, my goodness. Look at that. So there's a big. It's a right tackle that he just gets behind, and the right tackle just plows over the linebacker there, and then you even had the wide receiver on the next level blocking the cornerback pretty well, 30, 20, 25, 30 yards downfield.
Yeah, that was a great play for a huge first down to get him into territory. And why don't you just give the ball to the man again? Excuse me, that's Gus Edwards now, though. We got Gus Edwards, number 35. He's in on the play. He falls forward for a couple of yards. It's going to be second down for the Ravens. That's Edwards' first carry of the game.
That was certainly a nice run. I would be winded after I got 25 yards down the field. So it makes sense that Ingram comes out for a play.
We got no halfbacks in on this play. Lamar Jackson by himself in the shotgun position. Takes a step back. He dodges some defenders. He is running. He is going. He is all by himself. He's at the 10-yard line, the 5-yard line. He's going to cut himself out there about the 6-yard line after dodging a defender and stepping cleanly out of bounds. That is great pickup for Lamar Jackson on the ground, netting you. How many yards was that, Johnny?
That had been like 35. Just got kicked out. Oh. Dude.
What's that?
Can you see? Look on your screen. NFL took us down. They claimed copyright against us.
What?
Because we put TNF?
That's cool, though. Make sure you screen grab that shit. For real. Screen grab all that shit.
Yeah.
We can use that.
Oh, no. We're like live. I don't. What? Brett. It's showing on mine.
Maybe you can listen to us. Maybe you
Oh,
can't.
we're back up. Brett said we're back up. All right. The NFL, you're not taking us down. Fantasy Whisperers, we are here.
They tried to. They couldn't.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck. How'd they just score on that?
We do apologize. We are we did not watch what just happened. We will get a recap on that in just a second. NFL was trying to shut us down, and we wouldn't have it on our YouTube stream. So we will
Yeah, we're back. We're here.
Yeah, we're back. Okay, we're back up.
All right, and we are on a commercial break after we got scored. Sorry, y'all, we missed that one. We were dealing with a copyright infringement, which we have overcome. And now let's see if we can find out what happened there on that play.
It's a good thing we have a commercial. We don't do commercials here. We do entertainment.
Yeah, maybe.
Should we do? I don't. Oh no! What just happened there? What is going on?
Hey, and Lamar Jackson broke Michael Vick's single-season rushing quarterback mark. I love that.
Oh yeah, he needed 23 yards.
There he goes.
All right, We're just making sure our technical difficulties aren't. People are like messaging me and like, I can hear you or whatever. We're good now.
We're good. Are we
I
any
also
more technical difficulties? You just sent me a message here.
no, I just sent you a message. Shoot, I shouldn't have messing this up. Where's my camera at? Oh,
Oh, good call. You said that's on ESPN.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Johnny, what happened on that last play?
I'm not sure. I'm still trying to find. I can't bring that up because it'll make it lag too much.
Gotcha.
Or else I would have been doing that. Sorry.
For sure. Yeah, we are eating up a good chunk of bandwidth, rocking what we're doing over here. Love getting the game cast up right here. We're going to be okay. Game action is back on. Baltimore is kicking the ball off to the Jets. Ball caught around right at the end zone. Jets taking it out of the field. They broke well past that 25, getting over there around the 35-yard line. That's one of those few times that you actually see take be a good choice. That is one of my pet peeves, no doubt. Just take your 25 is what I'd be preaching if I was special teams.
Yeah, I that's such a weird thing. Sooner or later, they're probably just going to eliminate that. But for now, 25 yards. Do you like those leagues that allow you to get return yardage for points?
No, not unless it's an IDP kind of league. All right, but the 37-yard line, starting off with the Jets, first down, handoff is to Le'Veon Bell, who moves forward for 5 yards on the play, adding to his total of 20-plus yards. I think that's his 4th carry on the game. And going back to that earlier play, it was a touchdown pass from Lamar Jackson for 5 yards to Miles Boyd. To give them a 13-0 lead. Justin Tucker missed the extra point. That's a thing you don't say very often in an entire year, is it, Johnny?
No, not at all. In fact, I played in a league where we have minus points for kickers, which is how it should be. But little did I know that it was minus 4 points for a missed PAT.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's hefty.
Yeah. So it was like he had, which sucked, like he had like a 40-yard field goal already on the day, and then he missed an extra point, and he went to 0. And I was like,
wow.
Yeah.
Le'Veon Bell there got the first down for the Jets. He's at 27 yards right now. That's a good yards per carry average for him. 4 carries for 27 yards. And a new first down for the Sam Darnold behind center. Le'Veon Bell still in the backfield. Play action. Darnold dances, throws the ball to the right side. Ball is caught. Ooh, and then fumbled. One of those weird ones. I think they're going to rule it an incomplete. But you do have a case for a catch and a fumble. Flag on the play. Sam Darnold's walking around like a 6-foot-tall baby. I say that not in terms of motor skills, but just in the way his face looks.
It's so interesting how much more recognizable like NBA players are compared to NFL players because of the helmets.
You hear about the helmet syndrome all the time. You hear like from like club promoters or people who work in the entertainment industry or the nightlife scene, and they see these NFL athletes coming in and flexing extra hard, either with their cash, with their behavior, with whatever it might be, just because nobody knows who the hell they are. It's like, I just won this game on Monday Night Football for whoever my team is, and nobody knows who I am because I wear a helmet and a face when I go to work every day.
Yeah. I mean,
did you see
like
the glass helmet piece that LeBron James had worked on?
No.
We'll touch on that one after this play. It's 1st and 25 after the penalty on the Jets. Ball's on the 36-yard line. Le'Veon Bell runs forward for about 4 yards on that play, which is going to give a long second down for the Jets, putting him in a really tough position to collect a first down here against this stout Baltimore defense. But anyways, as I was saying, the LeBron James and Maverick Carter and his team, I think it was with the uninterrupted team made glass helmets. It was an art piece, really. It wasn't legit, but it was just meant to show, like, hey, let's look past the helmet and see the person who's actually out there playing.
That's cool.
I've supported that message over there. All right, 2nd down and 22. Darnold in shotgun formation, no halfback, 5 out wide. He throws the ball to the check down receiver, number 82, who cuts left, cuts right, makes his way to the 50-yard line.
Jamison
Crowder
yeah.
on the play with his first catch.
Good play there. Certainly, Austin, do you have the yardage on that?
It looked like a juicer, or excuse me, a juicer. Yeah, so that's 10 yards plus a first down.
Nice.
We have our own language here that we use in the fantasy community to help give you what the general situation of a play was. We'll be introducing that to you as we move forward. But 10 yards and a first down, that's a juicer, and that's what Jamison Crowder got there for you. At least a juice.
Juicers are very, very nice to get when your player has not caught anything, and that is Jamison Crowder. So congratulations, your guy no longer has 0 fantasy points.
Doesn't it just feel so good,
dude? It feels so
alive?
good. It's like in fact, it was really funny because I was doing this a couple of weeks ago when DJ Chark. He was struggling before Minshew came in 2 weeks ago, and like DJ Chark had like 1.5 points, and I was just like, in the back of my mind, I'm not gonna lie, I was just like, oh, it's okay though. He didn't give you 0. Like, even if he ended with that, but he ended up getting like 5 fantasy points in the end of the day. Like, it was not great, but it was something. But it was certainly like, there's such a relief when you get past the just away from the 0. Because that's just, it's so frustrating when you look at your bench in that point. You could be like, I could have put in anybody. I could have put in anybody and I would have gotten more points. When it's like, if you at least get in one, you get 1.5 or 1 point from a guy, then it makes you feel so much better.
Because here's the part that you're afraid of, and it's what we saw in the Patriots game last week when Sony Michel blew that pass block. And Tom Brady got lit the fuck up on that one. And you just saw Tom Brady give him a look, and Sony Michel did not play the rest of. So when you have a guy who gets 0, in the back of my mind, I'm always saying, what did he do to the coach? What did he do to the star player on this team? Is there a reason why he is getting outcasted from this game? Did he fuck the wrong? What went on in this situation? I don't know. But it's always where my head goes to. And then, he catches 3 passes in a row, and you're like, oh, just probably wasn't open before.
Yeah.
But, yeah, when you finally get on the board, it's like, okay, no, they're okay.
We're all right.
They're still here. He's not in the doghouse. We're back now with action. It's 3rd down and 9. The Jets have the ball. Single halfback in the shotgun formation, number 26, Le'Veon Bell. Sam Darnold dealing with some pressure from Baltimore. He throws the ball down the end. Nice play. Nice catch by Jamison Crowder, who catches it around the 30-yard line and moves forward. He's got the end zone in his eyes. He's going to get to about the 9-yard. What a play.
That was
a gusher. A gusher is at least 25 yards and a first down. So a juicer is at least 10 yards and a first down. A gusher is at least 25. Nice gusher there on the play. Sam Darnold over there to Jamison Crowder for his second catch of the day. That was 40-something yards.
Very, very nice. Just like gushers are very, very nice. I love gushers.
I do too. They need to fit more in that pack, though.
Oh, my God.
All right, and Sam Darnold here with the handoff to Le'Veon Bell on first down in the red zone. 1st and goal. Le'Veon Bell moves forward for 5 yards. Nice run. Nice bursting through a lot of defenders there. Took them with him. It's going to be 2nd down and goal around the 4-yard. Johnny, who's your money on right now if they score? Who's going to be scoring for the Jets?
I'm going to say Le'Veon. I think they're going to run it. I think Le'Veon's going to get in here. That would be my – oh, no, never mind. This is for Crowder. I'm going to say Crowder. Crowder's been his guy this drive.
Let's see here. It is on the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Le'Veon, Robbie Anderson, Jamison Crowder. And I guess you're ahead of me.
No, sorry. I'm just.
Jamison Crowder dropped pass on the play. He was wide open in the end zone, completely wide open.
Yeah, that's why. That's why. Oh, it wasn't necessarily I was in front of you. I was just at how I saw how open he was. There was literally there's no one within the next closest guy was 5 yards away, and he was guarding another wide receiver. No one was around. Come on, Crowder.
That's one he certainly wants to have back. Oh my God, that is disgusting.
Don't eat popcorn before the games, kids.
That was really bad. All right, but we move on. Throws over to the right side. It looks like and he goes right back to him.
Are you kidding me? He catches that one? He catches that one with a guy on his back falling out of bounds, a foot off the ground, and yet he was wide open, doesn't get anything.
Sometimes, you just got to be challenged, and you can rise above the challenge. And that's exactly what he did. Let's see if he's clean. That ball's not moving.
No,
his toes are down. There's no wiggle on that. That is as bad as that play was before. I think he went up and totally redeemed himself on that play.
I mean, certainly fantasy owners of Crowder, that's 6 points for Jamison Crowder. Definitely like that from a fantasy standpoint. If you got Jamison Crowder, this has been your drive. This has been your drive.
If you're starting Jamison Crowder in this game, your day is already made on this one. Let's take a look and see how many points Jamison Crowder has got going there for you.
I got it pulled up right here. Austin Sear.
57 yards and a touchdown.
There we go.
Is that right, Johnny?
Yep.
Damn. 3 receptions for Jamison Crowder, 57 yards, 1 touchdown. He did have a long of 1 yards. This comes on a total of 4 targets. He is drastically leading the receiving core over there for the New York Jets. Number 2 is Vincent Smith, wide receiver for the New York Giants. He's got 2 targets, and the rest have 1. Montgomery, Anderson, and Harrison all have a single target. So Jamison Crowder, great play there to cut this to a 1-score game. And remember, the Ravens missed that extra. So the Jets here could set themselves up to go into the lead with another. I doubt that will happen, though, because the Jets aren't a good football team and the Ravens are a good football team, but any given game.
That was certainly quite the drive, quite the play calling, and literally every single one of those targets that Sam Darnold threw was to Crowder on that drive.
And he went 3 for 4, and that the one pass missed was wide open in the end zone.
Wide open spaces.
Way to go, Sam Darnold, though, of giving your receiver another shot. I got to tell you, there's just one story from high school football I was playing tight end sophomore year. I'm on a play. I had a play just like that. I am wide open in the end zone. Wide open in the end zone, and it just my fingerless palms and just fell out, and I just died. You're like, my God, I fucking suck. This is horrible. And the coaches are like, it's okay. And then we did end up scoring on that play, and they called a 2-point conversion and called my number as the primary receiver for that play. Caught that 2-point conversion, pulled it in. We went ahead on that play. And just what that does for your confidence. You don't want to have your players on your team not thinking they can catch it. They can. Things happen. Pull it back together and move it along, just like any challenge in life. Pull it together. Make it happen. If you don't do it on the first try again. And I love to see Crowder get a shot at redemption and to absolutely own with that opportunity. Well done, New York Jets.
Very, very well done.
They're still going to get their asses whooped in this game, but nice job.
Could we see a shot? It's Thursday night. We have seen some crazy stuff happen on a Thursday night.
It's true, and Lamar Jackson's got that nagging. He's got that nagging hamstring injury. If it takes a little bit of his shine away, he fails on a couple of third downs. Sam Darnold does some crazy stuff. Jamison Crowder keeps pulling rabbits out of his back pocket. Who knows?
They're showing this highlight again of this touchdown and saying they are literally comparing it and saying, how does this happen?
You talking about from the dropped pass, the play before, to the successful touchdown on the very next play?
Correct. Like, that makes zero sense. I'm still baffled by that. Like, I don't think I really watched
You know, I
that.
always remind myself, Johnny. Well, we'll pause on first down for the Baltimore Ravens on the 25-yard line. Lamar Jackson in the pistol formation. Handoff to Mark Ingram, who stopped behind his lineman, shows some patience, breaks through. Nice run there for about 7 yards. Ingram.
Sorry?
Oh,
Oh,
and I
okay. Sorry.
totally forgot what point it was. Just wanted to jump in and hit our viewers here with the next action that's coming in. Mark Ingram is staying on the field. Man, Mark, that makes you feel good. I knew that I had picked up Gus Edwards in like the 15th round in our redraft leagues, just thinking you were going to see more of a split. Mark Ingram's 30 years old. He's good, but he's not great. But he sure made me look dumb this year. He is killing.
He's doing
Play
really, really well.
action, fake handoff to the aforementioned Mark Ingram. Lamar Jackson breaks down the field for it looked close to 20 yards. It's so hard to say with this guy because he's gone, the play's over, and it's like that could have been 12 yards or 30 yards. It happens so fast.
He certainly has the jets to get around the corner super fast. Here's the thing: like, they
Is that
could
a Jets
honestly
pun?
they could run that play action just to the corner, and literally, I'm sure, rip off 5 yards every time. Like, I don't think anyone could get him. He's so fast.
Pretty much, right? So that's going to be a first down now. The Baltimore Ravens with the ball on the 49-yard line. Handoff is to Gus Edwards, who moves forward for about 4 yards, spelling Mark Ingram right now. They're nearing midfield. It's going to be second after a 3-yard run. Greg Williams, Mr. Affect the Head himself, calling the play for the Jets. Lamar Jackson in shotgun formation, empty back, 5 out wide. Ball is hiked, ball is thrown. Number 89, Mark Andrews, gets a first down on the play. Just about 10 yards there for Mark Andrews. And another first down for the Baltimore Ravens. They'll have a fresh set of downs, and they are in New York territory after that. Mark Andrews, one of the best tight ends in the fantasy football world this year, one of Lamar Jackson's favorite targets. Boom or bust play some weeks, but as far as tight ends go, Johnny, he's really giving you something to be happy.
Certainly. Oh, that is certainly a guy that if you have, I have him in Dynasty, and I'm very excited because he is young and he is going to be super talented.
Huge pass attempt on the next play, first down. Lamar Jackson attempted to hit Hollywood Brown in the end zone. The New York Jets defender was all over him like stink on something stinky, and it is going to be a pass interference play on that one, putting the ball on the 1-yard line once they have a chance to grab their jock straps and regroup and move down the field. Damn, he just took his ass out like it was NFL. You can't do
Seriously.
that, homie.
Right?
He just fucking jacked him. Fake handoff on the 1. Lamar Jackson throws to the aforementioned Mark Andrews. That's
Oh,
a
yeah.
1-yard touchdown. Mark Andrews on the board with a nice touch. You got Lamar Jackson with his second
touchdown on the night. Loving that.
before half.
Oh,
Man, I'm fuck Troy up, I hope. This is
hey, I am, like I was just saying, I have Mark Andrews on my Dynasty, and so that was beautiful. Although, well, I'm not playing anybody this week, unfortunately. Oh, I am. I'm playing Chelsea.
I'm gonna open up my door here to help the Wi-Fi stream potentially.
So, all right. That should work, hopefully. Perfect. I did not do the amateur move of putting Andrews in the flex spot. I put Kittle in the flex spot. Started Andrews. Always do that, children. Always, if you have players going on a Thursday night, put them in your spots. Do not use up that flex spot. Give yourself some room. Going for 2 here.
Yeah, your flex spot is not necessarily a signifier of who you like more or less.
Oh, they called it. They called it back.
Oh, they did.
After like 10 years.
Wow. Yeah, they did. Never mind. It's going to be It was first and goal. Mark Ingram ran it to the 1. The touchdown came off the board.
I am so confused at what just happened.
I didn't see a flag or anything.
Penalty on Baltimore. Illegal formation. 5 yards and forced. Redonkulous. All right, let's just let's go with that same play call.
I would personally love that. If I'm calling this one, though, I'm getting Gus Edwards' first touchdown here. It's on the 1 yard line, second and goal. Gus. Oh, we've got a lot of movement up front.
Oh.
Flags are everywhere. It looks like the Parade of Nations right now with how many flags are on the field. Is this going to be on the offense or the defense? False start or encroachment? It's one or the other. It's going to be on the defense. Encroachment means they're going to move it half the distance to the goal. Just going to put it just like a couple of feet away. Nice hard count there by Lamar Jackson, it looks like, to draw the defense off sides, make them look silly.
All right, let's go with that same play that got Mark Andrews.
It's going to be second and goal, a couple inches away from the end zone. And we've got more motion on the line.
Yeah,
both sides are pointing at the other team. The refs are gathering to try to sort this one out.
Lamar
if it
Jackson
is on the defense, it's only going to move like an inch.
Lamar Jackson on the field looking like something stinky just was put around him, waving his hand in front of his face.
Encroachment on the defense. It's going to be second down again, even closer now.
This makes sense if you're on the defense to do because you're giving up inches, and you could get a very good jump off the ball if you time it right.
Yeah, you're not sacrificing any extra downs or anything like that, and you really move the ball in negligible distance. Completely agree. Second and goal, Lamar Jackson play action, fakes it. It is complete there to Mark Andrews. No flags yet.
Same
pass caught on the play. Mark Andrews gets that tutty back.
Yeah, same play call. Just it's like on Madden when they flip when you hit the little right trigger,
R trigger.
the R trigger, and it flips the play. That's what they did.
Over to the left side of the field, and that was a good catch too. He had a defender right behind him, juggled the ball a little, got his big old mittens on the ball, pulled it in though, and was in for the touch. And now the Ravens are setting up for what looks like 2 points. So if Justin Tucker hurt your team with that missed extra point before, you're now dealing with more subsequent fallout as they're going for a 2-point conversion to try to get back to 21 points.
That's the worst. That's a double whammy.
Yeah, because, who cares about your fantasy team? We do. That's who. We do. We love it. It is a 2-point try here. Hollywood Brown, motion on the field. We've got some flags down. Penalty is going to be on the defense. 12 men on the field.
Oh, my gosh. What are the Jets doing? Honestly.
Being the Jets.
This is ridiculous. Is Adam Gase really a good coach? I don't think so.
What would make you say that?
That he is a good coach? I don't know.
I saw something I'll save this story until after this play. Baltimore Ravens going for that 2-point conversion. It's on the 1 yard. Handoff is to Mark Ingram. He better get in there, and he does. That's 2 points for Mark Ingram. 2 points for the Baltimore Ravens. The score is 21-7. Baltimore is on top of the New York Jets. All of this got started off by that Hollywood Brown pass interference he received in the end zone on what was like a 50-plus yard play. Johnny, let me ask you this one. Are you in favor or in opposition to if your wide receiver or running back receives a pass interference play, so it's defensive pass interference, and your player was the one that penalty was inflicted upon, should you get anything as a fantasy owner for that flag? Should you get a point or the yardage, or do you say no, you get rewarded for stats and this is not a stat? What do you think?
I think that you should get something. You should get a point. You should get 2 points. You should get something. To get 0 points is it's so frustrating, especially because this is where I know a couple of years ago I had John Brown when he played for the Arizona Cardinals, and if you remember that year, that was the Bruce Arians year when John Brown actually had his best statistical fantasy year, and John Brown at least once a game. It wasn't that often. It was probably like half the time, but he would go. We would just send him on a go, and then they would get the PI called, 60 yards down the field, and John Brown didn't get any of those points, and it was so frustrating owning him and not getting those. So I think that after having that and seeing a lot of what's going on in the NFL and how pass happy and stuff like that, I do think, and especially because they can review it now too, right? Like they can review these PIs. So yeah. I think that because of that, then you should get some kind of reward. I'm a 90s kid, man. I like points. I like being rewarded for stuff. Don't have to be.
I think it makes sense. I think that because sometimes that's even the intent of the play,
Yeah.
Is to just try to try and grab a penalty, to know that you're either going to have a step on your defender and make that big play, or they're going to have to break the rules and pull you down, cause a pass interference. And that moves you down the field. I'm in favor of rewarding 1 point regardless of how many yards it is. If you get a pass interference call, you get a fresh set of downs from it regardless too. Even if you were behind the line of scrimmage and it was a pass interference call, you're going to get a first down from that. I'm in favor of getting 1 point. Action back with a kickoff coming now. New York Jets. Defense special teams catches the ball. They're taking it out of the end zone. They're at the 20. They're at the 25. They're down at the 26-yard line. I'm really impressed, Johnny. I got to be honest. To see as many decisions that the returners had to take it out of the end zone and not to let it go into the end zone or call a fair catch, and then they've gotten past the 25-yard line. I swear to God, I never see them do that. It's like they take it out. They get to the 17-yard line. They go down. They stand up. They smack the ball really hard. Like, damn it, dude! I almost had a touchdown. And it's like, nah, dog, you just hurt your team.
Every time it's like, oh man, if I only had just missed that one tackle. It's like, no, dude.
Nah, bro, you were so far away. All right, Jets with the ball now on the 26. Fake the handoff, play action pass. Sam Darnold throws the ball to nobody. It's an incomplete pass. Looks like, was that Robbie Anderson that he was aiming for? I'm just saying a name because it came
there
to
was
mind.
Nobody around there. Probably non-intentional grounding. Well, there was no one chasing.
That was one of those
but he was outside the
non-intentional, intentional grounding play.
Yeah.
2nd and 10. Jets with the ball. Sam Darnold taking the ball behind center. You got a fullback and a halfback. Le'Veon Bell receives the handoff, gets to the line of scrimmage, hits a defender, moves forward, goes down after about 3.5, 4 yards on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 6. And this could be the play where this game officially goes off of the wheel. If the Jets don't convert here, they're going to give Baltimore the ball back with decent field position, already up 2 full touchdowns, up 14.
Yeah, this could get nasty, like really, really fast.
Let's see if Jamison Crowder can help him out on this play. I don't know. There's four receivers out wide. Le'Veon Bell in the back. Ball's on the 29-yard line. 3rd and 7. Play clock at 0. Timeout is called by Sam Darnold, who's now walking over to the sideline. And now he turned his direction, and he's walking back to the middle of the field. They're going to talk this one over, and they're going to show us a Bud Light advertisement. Johnny, we almost got blocked by the NFL. I wonder how that happened, from them saying, we're taking these motherfuckers off the air, and then saying, nah, they can keep doing their.
I think it was because we had TNF and broadcast, live
But don't we
broadcast.
still?
Huh?
You didn't change any of that, did you?
No, and I think that's what it was. Like when, if you look at that message that we were texted, it looks as if it, like the NFL was like, "Oh, we're gonna flag this," and then they checked us out, and they were like, "Oh no, this isn't streaming the game."
That would be cool. I don't know how.
So Roger Goodell, in essence, Roger Goodell just
Roger Goodell was looking at
stream.
the stream, and he's like, nah, this is cool. This is good.
Yeah.
All right, ball is thrown by the Jets to Robbie Anderson. No, never. Excuse me. No, Smith, number 7. He fights through a defender, says, "Get the fuck out of my way, little boy." He runs down the field, left side of the field here. Nice play. Nice yards after contact. That's a gusher plus on that, which is at least 25 yards and a first down. He bottled off 1, 2 defenders, made some cuts, stiff-armed a third. Nice play there. Damn, that was good. This is the kind of play that could keep him alive. Into Baltimore territory now on the 40-yard line. New set it down. Sam Darnold, empty backfield in shotgun formation. Takes the ball, stands in the pocket, throws to the right side to Robbie Anderson for about a 5-yard. Good thing they were able to lasso Robbie Anderson up and pull his ass to the turf. Man's got some wheels.
He turned on the Jets on that one. He certainly can do it from time to time. That's what makes him such a deep and down the field threat, and that's why Sam Darnold likes to go to him down the field, because usually you just turn on those Jets and it's done.
Yeah, I think you're going to see that relationship become a really good connection as the years progress. Both really young and still figuring the system out. 2nd and 5, ball is handed off to Montgomery, who gets close to the first down marker, but is a little if you're starting Montgomery, you're desperate right now, and I feel bad because you're in a game you can't lose right now. You either already lost, so you don't care, or you are playing in the toilet bowl. No one wants to lose that, or more importantly, your playoffs. And if you're playing Montgomery in the playoffs, shit. Sam Darnold behind center, hands the ball off to Le'Veon Bell, trying to get that first down marker. He's stuck like a Thanksgiving turkey, close to the first down marker. Doesn't look like he's going to make it, though. Let's see where they spot this ball. Le'Veon Bell, man, even playing for a shitty team, he has been pretty darn good, relatively speaking, from a fantasy perspective. Are you disappointed or are you satisfied with Le'Veon Bell in that second round of redraft leagues, Johnny?
Oh, super disappointed. You certainly thought that he was going to be a lot better than what he was this year, as well as... Why does it keep doing that?
Oh, did we there?
Yeah, it keeps... For some reason, it's like... it'll knock me off for a second. All right, we're good.
We're back here. 6-yard play on that one for Le'Veon Bell. Ran forward for about 5-6 yards. They did give him that first down on the previous play. It was close. He got it. Earned him a new set of downs and then cut halfway through the next set. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Ravens are up 21-7, but New York is moving the ball here with 5.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Really behind Jamison Crowder, Le'Veon Bell, and number 17, Smith.
Dude, the Jets are finally, it's looking like they are finally understanding what they need to do. They are being giant clock suckers and giving the ball to Le'Veon Bell and just marching down the field. You want to keep Lamar Jackson off this field, and how do you do that? You run the ball, and that's what they're going to certainly have to do.
Yeah, they're going to have to get a little lucky on defense and be really thoughtful on offense and set themselves up to have a shot to win it at the end and then to make that closing shot. That's the way I see it. There's no way the Jets are going to control this game, but they could set themselves up to have an opportunity to win it.
Yes.
That's my take. 3rd down and 2, shotgun formation, Le'Veon out to the left. Sam Darnold's going to throw the ball. He does over to the middle of the field. Pass is caught by Jamison Crowder. Chaboy with a juicer on the play. That's going to be 10 yards and a first down, even though it was only 5 yards for a first down. He got at least 10. I'm pretty sure on that.
You got 7.
Oh, did he? So it's not a juicer, just so the fantasy.
No, but he did get a first down.
Juicer.
He did get a first down, but
he needs
10.
at least 10 and a first down.
What's that called? Was that
a juicer?
It's
called a first down.
Mentos.
All right, empty backfield for the Jets. Darnold back there, 5 out wide. He throws the ball out to the left. Le'Veon Bell catches the ball, does a spin move, is brought down by his left ankle. He pops up, no injuries on that. I think you always want to hear that. Every time your guy catches the ball and goes down, I hold my breath until I know he's healthy.
Right, yeah. Certainly a common theme between fantasy players there. Cam Sweet. Sorry, Austin. Cam Sweet, a listener right now, says started Bell and Jackson. So hopefully Le'Veon Bell can give him a TD here, and that'd be kind of nice.
Oh, yeah, he is. He would love that. And Le'Veon Bell gets the ball, runs right to the line of scrimmage, and sits his booty down after being taken down by number 99 of the Baltimore defensive line. It's going to be 3rd and 6 now. The Jets are going to look deep into their souls and see if they can't make it happen, make their families proud, bring a little bit of pride and excitement to the New York Football Jets.
Jets have they started 0-2 on 3rd down conversions. They have been 5 of 5 ever since. So finding themselves in a groove here.
3rd and 6. Shotgun formation, 2 halfbacks, 3 out wide. Darnold steps back, throws the ball over to Robbie Anderson, who catches it about 3-4 yards. Excuse me, I keep saying everything. I'm talking about Vincent Smith. Vincent Smith, wide receiver, 2nd-year player out of Limestone with the catch on the play. Vincent Smith, we've seen a little bit of action from him this game. Good for him.
You got to go for it here, right? There's no way you can give the ball back.
I don't think you can. Yeah, it's 4th and 1. It's a long one. They're going for it. It looks like Darnold behind center, single back formation.
Are they going to get it off in time?
Are they trying to, or are they just trying to draw them off?
I hate when teams do that. It's so stupid. It makes me so frustrated. They did not end up getting off the ball. I think they'll go for it. You got to go for it here. Before half, who started off the ball? The Jets started off the ball.
It's going to be Baltimore.
Yeah, so you've got to score a touchdown here. If you come away with just 3 points, like you don't feel good about going into halftime being down 11 against Baltimore and giving the ball to Baltimore. You would rather say I'm going in by 7. Like, what's the difference?
This is one of those games. If the Jets, I don't think the Jets want to win this game. I think the Jets want to look as good as they can in this game because they're going to cut the score. It's going to make it more respectable. But I don't believe you're improving your chances of winning by going for a field goal here. You have to show up and say, yeah, Baltimore, I know you're the big bad dude on campus, but I'm going to punch you right in the fucking dick. And we're gonna give ourselves a chance to make this happen. Or you're going to
never a good feeling.
Ass and that's it.
It's not a good feeling, Lloyd. Never a good feeling.
It's not. We're so gentle down there, too.
Ugh.
We don't have any protection. They just hang out there.
None.
It's dangerous. So, yeah, I think if the Jets decide to go for it, I know that not getting that puts them in a difficult position. But I think you're just pretending if you go for a field goal here. If they go for it and they're able to convert, or even if they don't, I think it just shows that they're playing to win. They're playing to win.
Yeah. I think that's what you have to do at this point of the year. You got to just go out there.
Yeah, and
It's
that's a
like,
weird team. Like they're
yeah,
not making the playoffs, right? But they're also not in the bottom barrel of like the Cincinnati's and the Dolphins or the Redskins even. They're not like that. They're a notch above that. So I think you just try to see what you got here. You got a good young quarterback. You got some exciting pieces on the offense. You paid a ton of money for Le'Veon Bell. He's still going to be your guy. See what you're made of.
yeah, do it. All right, we'll find out here.
Do it. Do it.
Do it.
Commercial is over. Action is back. 2 minutes left in the first half. Ravens are up 21-7. It's 4th and 1. The New York Football Jets have the ball, and it looks like they're going to go for it. Where they're not going to be playing any games now. They're not going to be trying to Ravens off sides. This is 11 dudes squaring up against 11 dudes saying 1 yard to go. Let's see what's what. And we will. Single back formation. Le'Veon Bell is the halfback. Sam Darnold behind center. Vincent Smith in motion. They fake the handoff. They roll to the right side. Lots of pressure. Throws it to number 11. Robbie Anderson is unable to secure the football. It's going to be a turnover on downs. He had a shot to catch that ball in the end zone. Good defense on the play, though. It wasn't like just a.
It was really good defense on the play, but I don't
It would have
like
been an
that play
amazing
call.
catch.
Why
He could have caught it, but that's just the defense doing defensive thing.
That's frustrating. If you are a Robbie Anderson owner, you almost had a touchdown right there. I definitely advise people against starting Robbie Anderson there. So deep down inside, it feels good because it's like,
isn't that funny, man? Like, just there are so many parts in the course of a fantasy football week, season, game, whatever, that pull on your emotional strings for for what should be no reason. You know what I mean? You'll be like, I told this random ass dude that he should start or not start this person, and then you find yourself rooting hard for or against that one person.
Right. Exactly. For like no reason other than the fact that you had said something or that you had gone a certain way about whatever.
Or game flow. That's a big part of it too. All right, well, I have their kicker, so I need them to be able to keep this game close enough so that the offense doesn't go for it on 4th down and will still kick the field goal.
Right. I mean, that happens so much. I think out of anything that happens the most, where you're like, especially on a Monday night game, you start getting real technical too. Like on some, you're like, oh, I need 25 fantasy points from my quarterback tonight, but he can't get no more than 28.5 or else I'll lose in another league because that's how much. It's like you get so technical. And it's like you're never gonna get that. Like you might get that one time out of like,
or when the playoffs are coming down to, and it's like, okay, I need for you, other manager, to win this game, but I need you to score less than 90 points and win your game so that I can still have more points, but I need you to beat this other guy, but I need to have more points than you by the end of it.
Exactly. Like that happens so often. So often.
Yeah, it really does. We were just talking about that the other day from a guy playing Todd Gurley needed Todd Gurley. And then it's like, you have your leagues of record where it's all of your friends and all of your people, all of your peers. And maybe, it's a small buy-in pot, but bragging rights are through the roof. And then you have another league you're in that's like, a $500 buy-in or whatever is a lot of money in that one for you. And it's like, yeah, you want to win that, but like you're in it with people you don't really care about.
Oh yeah.
And so it's like, what do I want, the respect or the cash?
It's always so bittersweet too, because like, especially in the big cash one, it was just like my emotions were never like, yeah, they were attached to the cash part. They weren't attached to the people or anything like that. Whereas our league of record, I get attached to.
Yeah. So we're looking at a replay of this Robbie Anderson missed catch, and there is so much contact that Baltimore Ravens secondary is giving him. I'm okay with the non-call on that, but there technically probably should have been a pass interference call on that play.
Yeah, It's hard to say what is pass interference and what isn't these days, you know?
I know, but that when you have your arms all the way around the receiver and the ball is 6 feet away, still in the air, I think
Yeah.
that probably counts.
Yeah.
All right, we saw Mark Ingram take the ball a couple of times there. His first play broke it out for about 5 yards, and then the second play was met at the line of scrimmage. The Baltimore Ravens are going to be working with a 3rd down and 4 yards to go for that first down. They are playing. What are they on? They're deep back in their own field after that failed 4th down attempt. I'm going to be having the ball here around the 15-yard line or so with 1 minute and 18 seconds left, up 21-7. The Ravens got to be thinking, let's see if we can score here and get the ball at half and essentially, I mean, for all intents and purposes, end this game.
Yeah, essentially, if they can score here, this game is going to be donezo.
All right, Willie Snead in motion. Lamar Jackson in an empty backfield on 3rd down. He throws to the right side. The intended target was Mark Andrews. Incomplete pass is going to bring up 4th and 4 with 1 minute and 15 left.
All of a sudden, this game
could
get a little interesting.
Jets are about to get the ball with over a minute left and a timeout in what should be decent field position. If they're able to put it together here and score, that changes it all. It makes it a 1-score game going into halftime. Man, this is why football is fun, Johnny.
Right?
No, seriously, the Ravens could have scored on that last play, gone up 28-7, and then took the ball after halftime. But no, it's going to be Jets ball here. Ball is caught at the 40-yard line. He's going to take it up. He's at the 50. He's at the 55. He's at the 42-yard line right now.
All right.
Baltimore territory.
They've got 1 minute and 3.
And a timeout. The Jets should score on this play. They should.
They better score.
I mean, I'm talking at least a field goal here. And I know they went up for it last time on 4th and 1. This would be different, though, because they're going to be fighting against the clock. So you want to see, if you're the Jets, you want to end this game trying to score either on a touchdown or a field goal. What you don't want to do is have 3 incomplete passes for a 3 and out and then give the Ravens another shot to score with, like, say, 40 seconds left and 2 timeouts.
I don't think they could score that quick.
They probably won't. They probably won't try for it.
Yeah,
but
no, they're gonna use up some of this clock because they're gonna give. They might give them like 2 seconds left. Again, if the Jets ended up with a field goal here, that's not anything. They're probably going to end up with a field goal here. But
that's my prediction too.
I mean, you're not really that impressed.
No, and I think if they score a field goal there, that doesn't take them out of it, but they need something freaky to happen, and Baltimore's looked pretty solid, pretty in control of what's going on. And Jets haven't given you any real reason to be intimidated by anything they can do. Jamison Crowder's had some shifty plays. Vincent Smith's done okay, but
yeah,
this is Baltimore's game thus far.
So far, it's if you're a Lamar Jackson owner, that's that, or a Crowder owner, even a Mark Ingram, If you own one of those 3 players, you're happy right now. If you own anybody else, you're frustrated.
So looking at the Baltimore side of the ball, looking at some stats, Lamar Jackson has carried 5 times for 64 yards on the ground. Mark Ingram's carried 8 times for 63 yards on the ground. Gus Edwards, 2 attempts for 6 yards. Through the air, Hurst with a 19-yard catch, Snead with a 15-yard catch, Mark Andrews leading the way with 16 yards on 3 catches, Miles Boykins with 1 catch for 5 yards. So no one's actually making the longest catch has been a 19-yard play for the Ravens, but they are moving the ball really well on the ground. And then on the other side, Le'Veon Bell, 11 carries for 49 yards. And through the air, Le'Veon Bell, 1 catch for 3 yards. Robbie Anderson, 2 catches for 10. Jamison Crowder leading the way, 4 catches for 63 yards and a tutty. Vincent Smith, 2 catches for 36 yards. And then every couple other guys with just 1 yard of play. or 1 catch, excuse me. Jets going to be getting their probably last drive of the half going. It's a play action play. Sam Darnold throws the ball deep to the right side, and he had a receiver open there.
How nuts did that have been? Like, totally just. We were sitting here, oh, dude, they're not going to score that quickly. And then they would, oh my gosh, that would have been hilarious.
They should have scored on that play.
Wide open down the sidelines. Wide open down. It wouldn't have helped anybody.
No, that's number 16. Smith. Is that Jeff Smith? It's not Vincent Smith. How many Smiths do they have?
They have a lot of Smiths. There's John
Do
Smith.
they really?
Daryl Smith. Kwame Smith.
Nobody you're starting on your team, but that was close. He should have had that too. Just overthrown a little bit by Darnold. Next play, they hand it off to Le'Veon Bell, who moves forward for about 6 yards. It's going to be 3rd down and kind of short, about 4 yards to go. 45 seconds on the clock. Jets with 1 timeout. They're trying to do a little clock management here, but they're going to need to get a 1st down on this play. It's 3rd down and 3. Shotgun formation. Fake the handoff to Le'Veon Bell. Sam Darnold steps back, throws the ball to Jamison Crowder. It is caught for looks like a little over 10 yards. 1st down. He gets out of bounds, stops the clock at 29 seconds. Jamison Crowder, damn, dude, he's another catch for him. He's doing well for you in whatever format you are playing. On that play, looks like he got about, what was that, 12 yards?
5 for 72 and a touchdown.
Yeah.
He's having himself a day.
25-yard line. The Jets are going to start this set of downs off at 29 seconds to go. Shotgun formation, single back with him, Le'Veon Bell. 3 receivers to the right side. Sam Darnold steps back, throws to the left after someone's cutting. The ball is intercepted by a Ravens defender. Well, there goes that. Ravens bring the ball to the 18-yard line. Turnover on the play. Interception. Sam Darnold threw it to the guys in the black jerseys. He was aiming for the guys in the white jerseys.
Yeah. Not who you're supposed to go to, Cotton. That is the other team. They go the other way.
Yeah, it's like kind of the opposite of the intent. Ugh. That was a bad throw.
That was hideous. That was him seeing ghosts.
You know, oh man, I don't know where the mix-up on that play was, because his intended target, number 82, was, he had a step. If the ball was so far underthrown, it looked like he was trying to hit him on a hitch, and the receiver was moving down the field on a turn streak. Either way, it is the Ravens ball on the 17-yard line. 18 seconds to go. Baltimore starting out in the pistol formation. They're going to hand the ball off here to the halfback. The halfback is stopped, -1 yard on the play. That's Hill with his first appearance.
Certainly
in the
like
game.
Hill in the future for Dynasty. I think that he has a real bright future. You said you had Hill.
What about, you don't think Gus Edwards is going to get in his way?
I just don't think that they don't have a lot invested in Gus Edwards. So I don't think that I think that they'll use him certainly, but I think Hill is the future for sure for Baltimore in the running game. But I honestly think I could see them using multiple running backs for as long as Lamar Jackson is healthy and their quarterback. They're going to be always running the ball.
Yeah. I mean, Lamar Jackson's probably going to be your best running back you have.
How old is Gus? 25, 26?
I think he's on the younger side. Let's see here. Throwing it over to our staff here to grab those ages. Gus Edwards, 24 years old. His birthday's in April.
Nice.
So he'll be 25 around the NFL draft time.
Okay, so he still has plenty of time left. So they could roll with both him and Hill. And I mean, it was a, I felt so, let me look up the Mark Ingram contract. Was it a 2 or 1? 2 or 3 years? 3 year. So 2 more years. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think. I think if I'm wanting this back, I don't know if Gus, unless Mark Ingram goes down. And then Gus would be super valuable.
Gus Edwards is no slouch, man. And that's what I was saying when I drafted him as a flyer pick in draft leagues this year. I think last year he was averaging like over 5 yards a carry.
Oh, he
Looked
was a
really good.
beast last year. He was so
Yeah.
good.
And
That's
then
why I
it's like,
was.
okay, they signed Mark Ingram.
Yeah,
We'll see. And then Mark Ingram just took that job and never looked back.
yeah. He's been really good.
So if you are starting some of the fantasy players in here, and most notably Mark Ingram or Lamar Jackson, you're really hoping for the Jets to keep this game close.
Yeah.
You do not want to see, like, I knew I was holding my breath a little bit as a Lamar Jackson owner in a semifinals game. If they go up 28-7 at half and then get the ball, I'm not expecting Lamar Jackson to be playing the entire game.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. If they were.
You know
If
what I
they were
mean?
going
If they
into.
get,
Yeah. If they were going into halftime up 28-7, then he would probably play out maybe the third. He'd, yeah, probably the third, and then they would sit him in the fourth. Put RG3 in.
right,
Hell, they if it were that case, they might have put in RG3 after halftime. Because why? What's the point? What's the point? Like the Jets aren't gonna do anything. The Jets aren't gonna come back from 28 points down.
right,
And let's save Lamar Jackson from getting injured. If he was already coming into the week a little banged up, why not save him?
right. I agree, and I think that's what they're going to do, especially dealing with these injuries and whatnot.
Sorry, I had posted a video of the or not a video, but a photo on Instagram of the on our stories of the stream thing, and somebody had just oh shoot wanted to if we had yeah I think that's what it was. I think that the NFL based on what the tagline was of
Mm-hmm,
this, the
mm-hmm.
NFL thought it was a broadcast stream of the game, and then they had someone check on it and it was just realized that it was just us talking, and then they were just like, oh
Well, good to know.
yeah.
So the we're at halftime right now. Johnny and I are going to take a quick break,
Yeah.
and we'll see you back here. I just sent you a message, John.
Oh, okay. All right, we will be back.
We will be back at halftime.
I should just get up like a ticker that says like we will be back.
Yeah, that's like a good thing to mark down for later.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to use the restroom. perspective and talk about fantasy football, get on our page, the Fantasy Whispers, on YouTube, and we are streaming the commentary or the broadcast of this game from a fantasy lens, from a fantasy perspective, from Austin and I. It's a lot of fun. We're just talking fantasy football and stuff. So jump on with us. Again, that's on our YouTube live stream. Just search the Fantasy Whispers. Hey guys, if you are in the fantasy playoffs and want to hear the stream, the Thursday night football stream from a fantasy perspective, go on over to our YouTube page, the Fantasy Whispers. Hey guys, if you are in the fantasy playoffs and want to hear the Thursday night football from a fantasy perspective, or just want to talk fantasy, jump on our YouTube live stream. We'll just go over to YouTube, search the Fantasy Whispers. We are live right now, and we're doing a broadcast of the Thursday night football game from a fantasy football perspective, as well as we'll be chit chatting with our followers and stuff like that. So make sure you check us out if you want to have some fun right now. If you're not doing anything but watching the game and listening to the boring commentary, head on over to the Fantasy Whispers on YouTube page and join us for the second half of this game. All right, we are back here. I will just. Oh, here's Austin.
We are back, man. What's up, Johnny?
What up? That was a very quick 15-minute break.
25-yard line for the Baltimore Ravens, starting this fresh set of downs in the first half. Lamar Jackson in the backfield dances around, avoids a hit, gets past the first down marker, goes out of bounds, about a 4-yard play. That was really just something you're happy that he didn't, that you got anything positive.
Yeah.
Gonna happen there. Another 0.4 points for Lamar Jackson.
Interesting here, Austin. Hill is back in the game as well after halftime.
Oh, okay. Working him in a little bit. So Edwards, Hill, and
so
they've got
could be
three members in the backfield right now in those new age formations. Ball is handed off to the halfback. Who is that?
That is
number
Hill.
43. It's Hill. Gets just a few yards there, bringing up a 3rd down and 3 after Hill's second carry of the game. Setting up a uh, short 3 yards ahead for a new set of first downs for the Ravens on this first series after the first half. Score is 21-7. Ravens are up. Ball is on the 32-yard line. Lamar Jackson is back in shotgun formation. He throws the ball over to the right side, but it's batted down at the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up a fourth down play, a punt from Baltimore, and a shot at scoring for the Jets. And Johnny, as a Lamar Jackson owner here, I'm kind of happy to see that. I'd love to see the Jets come and score on this next series.
For sure, a nice stance there coming out of halftime. Austin, that was almost picked off by a lineman, an offensive or defensive lineman.
Yeah, it was. All right. Punt is back. It's up. It's in the air. It's flying down the field. Jets are going to grab it at the 25-yard line. Shakes one defender, gets to the 31, runs out of bounds. Jets are going to get a new set of downs at about the 32-yard line or so. Scores 21-7. If you are a Jamison Crowder, Le'Veon Bell, or Robbie Anderson owner in this game, I think you got a good shot of seeing something happen here.
Yeah, I think that there's a good chance for some excitement from the fantasy players in this game. And coming out of halftime, we'll see what adjustments were made. Again, if you have any players or if you are in the fantasy playoffs right now, you certainly do want to see the Jets score here. Maybe if you don't have Baltimore's defense, Austin, that is something that you probably don't want the Jets defense or Jets to score here. But to keep this entertaining and to keep us entertained so we can keep you entertained.
Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained? I am entertained.
Yeah, if you have the Jets defense, you definitely don't want to score there, and that's a pretty darn good start to be pulling out the Baltimore Ravens defense, which has been playing at an elite level, going up against the Jets, who have not played at an elite level ever.
Ever. Maybe back when the Rex Ryan days.
I know what I said.
Oh. All right. Touche.
Now those Mark Sanchez days, Rex Ryan, a couple AFC championships, a couple butt fumbles.
I told so this is kind of a funny story since we're on a commercial. So we were back in college, and it's one of those third party betting sites that you can go to, and it was like you could bet on the plays. The place called that what will eventually happen in the U.S. Via any mobile phone. I was doing back in college. But anyway, Jets were playing, and I thought I had figured it out. Like, the Jets had ran the ball on first downs like 90% of the time. So it was like a first down play, and I was like, fucking $20. I'm going to win easy $20. Or it wasn't even, the odds weren't even that good. It was like, place $20 to win like 10. But I was like, this is easy $10. Fucking ran it or threw it. It was like, okay, not doing that again. That's what happens when you try to predict Rex Ryan, who only likes to run the ball and then just happens to throw it on the one time you bet.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. So taking a quick review of some of the stats after that. Never mind. Take a pause on that as the Jets are with ball in hand. Sam Darnold behind center. Two halfbacks, or a fullback and a halfback. Ball's handed out to Le'Veon Bell, who moves to the left side. Decent chunk run there for about 5 yards. We'll get the exact measurement in here in a second. So the first half possession for the Jets: punt, missed field goal, touchdown, turnover on downs, interception. It really blew some opportunities on that first one. It's honestly kind of a surprise that they're only down by 14 points with a chance to cut it to a one-score game on this drive. That's what they're going to try to do. 2nd and 4, 3 out wide, fullback and a halfback. They do hand the ball off to Le'Veon Bell, who gets stopped after about 2 yards or so. Going to bring up a third down and pretty short. 3rd down and 2 after that run by Le'Veon Bell. Vincent Smith, number 17, he's back in the game, replacing number 16, the other Smith. Jay Smith. So many Smiths. All right. Shot formation. One halfback. That's Le'Veon Bell with three receivers lined up to his right. One tight end on the left side. Play clock's coming down. Ball is hiked. Darnold steps back. Pump fakes. Throws to the right side. He throws to Robbie Anderson, who catches it, but is he out of bounds? It looks like he is. That's going to be 4th down, and the punt unit is coming onto the field for the Jets.
Getting some more technical difficulties here.
An interception. All right, they're going to be punting the ball at the 40-yard line. Hike is made, punt is up, ball's in the air. Baltimore catches, fair caught at the 19-yard line. Lamar Jackson and company are coming back onto the field. There are 11 minutes and 46 seconds left in this third quarter. The score is 21-7. Baltimore has the ball. Their second drive of the second half coming your way. Let's see some of these Le'Veon Bell stats that he's had this year.
Not good ones. You're going to definitely be disappointed.
You are, but you know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of that Todd Gurley or David Johnson situation a few years back when you drafted him early, and they definitely disappointed. But when you look at where they're ranked there, right now Le'Veon Bell's number 13 in PPR. He's number 16 in standard. So he's certainly not a top 7 back, which you hoped, but it's a solid RB2.
He's the David Johnson of this year, where it's like sure, you look at the end of the stats at the end of the year or week 15, and you're like, oh, in general, he was fine. He was an RB11, or what did you say?
David Johnson's RB28 right now.
No, but this is last year. I'm talking David Johnson of last year, where it was like David Johnson had a really bad year just from the eyeball test, but then you look at his stats and it was like he actually ended up as like an RB, a top 12 RB at the end of the year. But it wasn't. You weren't happy about it, and I think it's a lot with Le'Veon Bell. Like Le'Veon Bell is going to end up as a top 12 fantasy running back for the year, but are you
most likely?
Are you happy about he didn't really help you win any games?
I don't know, man. Sometimes having the number 12 halfback on your team doesn't feel good, but you add it up and
yeah. I mean, it certainly helps you get there, but considering though that you had spent a top 10 pick on him, most likely,
right.
That's frustrating.
I've seen a handful of those players this year. I mean, Saquon Barkley, certainly one of those guys this year. Pretty almost positive Le'Veon Bell is doing better than Saquon Barkley at this point.
Yeah. Saquon is having a hard year as well.
But that's how it goes, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's how it goes.
It's the way the cookie crumbles.
Saquon Barkley right now is the number 23 running back in standard, number 18 in PPR. So,
but I mean, the difference is that he missed like 4 games. Le'Veon's missed
he
like
missed
2.
3 games. This is true, but Le'Veon Bell has lost a few games as well. On either way, definitely both disappointing from where they're at, but we'll see how they finish out. Might help you here. First down for the Baltimore Ravens here, who Lamar Jackson completes a pass for 9 yards over to Marquise Brown. Performed a little post on the inside route from the left to the center. Caught the pass for 9 yards on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and 1, 11:22 and counting left in the third quarter. Ingram is the halfback in on the play in a pistol formation. They hand the ball. They fake it to Mark Ingram. Lamar Jackson moves to the left, cuts back inside, gets across that first down marker, and goes down voluntarily after about a 4-yard gain, getting a first down in the process. New set of downs for the Baltimore Ravens. Clock continues to tick.
So Brian Douglas said this on YouTube. If the Jets add some O-line help and third-year Darnold, Bell could be overlooked in next year's draft. I think so. I mean, he's going to go
I
in the
agree.
second round or maybe third. But certainly, yeah. If you get O line help, if he gets O line help, then I would say
On first down, Baltimore hands the ball to Mark Ingram. Mark Ingram gets past that line of scrimmage, goes down after about 4 yards on the play, going to bring up a second down. Ball moves forward. Clock continues to tick. I think that this is a game plan we'll see out of the Ravens here, barring them getting taken off course.
it makes sense to do this.
Right. Feeling good if you're Mark Ingram. He's going to get a lot of touches, I think, here on out. But not on this play because we have 5 out wide, nobody in the backfield. Lamar Jackson standing by himself. Ball is hiked. He throws over the center of the field. Hollywood Brown catches that pass. It looks like he's a little short of the first down marker. It's going to be 3rd down and 1 after about a 5-yard completion to Marquise Brown, his favorite receiver. Marquise Brown's second 6 touchdown catches this year. That's number 2 for all rookie wide receivers. It's 3rd down and 1. Lamar hands the ball off to the halfback, which is Gus Edwards. He's not going to get across the line of scrimmage. He's going to be stopped for about a yard. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Lamar Jackson was animated. He's like, bro, give me the ball. Let me run it. We get a first down. We get 50 yards.
You know, if he would have kept the ball on that one and cut outside, he very well might have done that.
Oh, yeah, for certain.
The defenders crashed inside. He might have had to beat maybe one guy. It's 4th and 2. I'm not surprised if they end up going for this one, though. Just like we were talking about before, I get what happens if you don't, but you really put it away if they do. They're going to opt for the safe play, though. They're lining up in the punt formation. Ball is back. Kick is made. Ball is flying. Ball goes out of bounds about the 15-yard line. 15, 16-yard line.
And downed. So
going to start a fresh set at 44-yard punt for the Baltimore Ravens. New York Jets are getting the ball around the 16-yard line. We're going to cut to commercial.
Gotta love the commercials. No?
Some of them. Any good ones this year?
Super Bowl commercials. No, it's interesting. When you let me ask you this. When you are watching the games on Sundays, do I've been over there, so I've seen the setup. Ton of TVs. You're just like, you gotta at least have at least 3 TVs.
We've usually got 5 or 6 going over at our place, but we have a fortunate situation.
So my question to you is: do you turn on which one do you turn the volume on to? Is it the NFL Red Zone, or?
It's a great question. We normally go with, so in our house we've got some Packers fans and we've got some Arizona Cardinals fans.
Mm-hmm.
They're usually folks who come over. Sometimes we've got a Denver Broncos fan in the house, but we don't really care about them. So if it's when the Packers play, we got the volume on the Packers. When the Cardinals play, we got the volumes on the Cardinals. And then if neither one of those are playing, we put the volume on Tony Romo.
Oh man, I love Tony Romo as a broadcaster. He is so great.
That's usually what we do. We put it on Tony Romo, and if he's not on that game, it's honestly like we just don't care. It's just whatever is on. Sometimes we'll have the red zone going, but if we have 6 TVs, we usually don't have the red zone on.
That makes sense. Yeah, that would make sense that you wouldn't necessarily have red zone on if you have all 6 games going.
It was so funny listening to Zabo try to talk to his girlfriend about how you watch it. She's like, how do you watch this? He's like, you relax your eyes and you let them go to the action.
Yeah. You just like in the back, just like scouring all the TVs. Yeah.
And then he'd point him out. He'd be like, oh, ball's hiked bottom left. Oh, plays in the air on the middle right. Oh, far left. Okay. He's like, you see how it works? And it kind of does.
Yeah, no, for sure. Especially when you have them in a cluster like that. That's the way to do it. It's hard when they're in like the lines and then they're like at like a native New Yorker.
Yeah, you got to
sometimes
move your
gets
neck.
difficult. Yeah.
What am I, a
I feel
fucking
like that
bowling
kid.
ball?
It's like looking all the way around.
All right, football's back. Le'Veon Bell's got the ball on first down. Handoff, runs out right, gets over the the line of scrimmage, but barely anymore. Got a 2-yard play. It's going to bring up second down, 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. It's 2nd and 7 here. And I'll tell you, Johnny, this game is not out of reach right now, but the Jets need to pull something together. They need to do it better than they've done it up to this point and grab some first downs, make some big plays, get in the end zone.
Yeah, they have to score here. They definitely have to score here if they want to remain in this game. They maybe have 3 possessions left, I would say, in this game. So
They got
you
more than that. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, nice play. Robbie Anderson cuts across. He goes in motion from the right side of the field to the left. The play is hiked. He cuts out on a post pattern and catches the ball over on the right side. Nice gain of about over 15 yards. Good catch on that. Tough ball to grab. Reached up, pulled it in, bobbled it just a little, but caught it. Got both feet in bounds.
Or sorry, that was a juicer. It was a juicer.
It was a juicer. New set of downs for the Jets. Darnold behind center, 2 out left, 1 out right. Play action pass, falling backwards. It's a screen to Le'Veon Bell, who is brought down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3 yards. If you're in a PPR format, you got a little bit before you lost a little.
That's the one super nice bailout of being in a PPR league is the ones where you get the catch behind the line of scrimmage and your guy just automatically goes down, and you're like, oh, I heard him. I get a point at least. It's like that equates to 10 yards.
Yeah,
insane.
Filters out there. Okay, so now it is 2nd and 12. Ball is on the 31-yard line in the Jets side of the field. No backfield. Sam Darnold stands alone. 2 out to the left, 3 out to the right. He throws to the right. Ball is caught by Vincent Smith, number 17.
Speaking of set
moves
plays,
forward for about 4 yards. It's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Wow. Ugh. Lamar Jackson is only passing the ball. He has not done too much tonight. Definitely disappointing from that.
Well, I mean, 8 for 11, 69 yards and 2 touchdowns.
I mean, you're definitely pleased with the 2 touchdowns, but 69 yards through.
You're totally right. I mean, this is the thing we kind of talked about before, right? Lamar Jackson, if you're just using his arm, he's a middle of the road quarterback. But that's obviously not what we're dealing with, is why he's the best quarterback in fantasy football.
Yep.
Oh, and a sack on the play. Baltimore Ravens hit Darnold hard. The ball came out. He might have been down. We'll have to see what the ruling on the field is, but it is either a sack or a sack fumble. Either way, good for the Ravens, bad for the Jets. Looks like the ball does coming out. They're calling it a forced fumble, and it belongs to Baltimore. Good job for the Baltimore defense on that. That's 3 points in standard scoring. If you had Sam Darnold, you just lost 2 points. Damn. Oh, yeah, that's I don't know. What do you think, Johnny?
Close.
Is that a fumble? Is that going to stand?
His knee, I think, but it's out, though. Like, it's already coming out. That's why I think it's – so what happened was that he was getting sacked on the way down. The ball starts to slip out of his hands. He pins it against his thigh as he's going down. His knee makes contact with the ground, but then he fumbles it after he falls to the side, and then Baltimore picks it up. But it's looking like because the motion, and that's what they went with, it was an actual fumble. So -2 points for Sam Darnold.
Plus 3 points for Baltimore Ravens defense. And Rutrow if you're the Jets.
Yeah, because you just turned the ball over on the 35-yard line, 40-yard line?
24-yard line.
24-yard line.
Almost in the red zone right now. Lamar Jackson steps back, throws to the end zone. Oh, hits Willie Snead in the chest in the end zone. It's going to be an incomplete pass, 2nd and 10. It looked like it hit Willie Snead. It looked like he had a chance to grab it. There was a defender in the area. I don't know if this was Willie Snead's fault or it was a good defensive play. Either way, it's 2nd down and 10. Let's see here. Play action to Mark Ingram. Lamar Jackson down the middle, throws the ball to the post route. Still tough to see how it went incomplete, but the outcome is incomplete. 2nd and 10. Lamar Jackson in shotgun formation, halfback to his left. Ball is hiked. It's a passing play. Lamar Jackson throws to the left side near the end zone. Is it? Did he get his foot down?
He did.
It looks like they're calling Marquise Brown touchdown. That's a 26 or so yard play. Ruling on the field is touchdown. Hollywood Brown is doing the Lambo leap. He's getting nuts in his face. M&M's on his dick. Look at it go. Is his foot there? Is it down?
Big Travis.
Oh, I don't know if that's in, man.
Oh, man, they're showing some replays. I don't know if he's in.
Oh, but look in the beginning. Look at the first part.
Oh, is his foot down? He is dragging. So his left foot is definitely
Brown
in.
Catches the ball near the back of the end zone. His left foot's clearly down. His right foot, it looks like it is down when he initiates the catch. He lifts it up slightly, and it doesn't come back down again until it's out of bounds. But I think this play is going to stand.
Yeah, it's looking like it's going to stand. Wow. Wow, what a play. What a major play. Yeah, it's what makes it hard is he has black cleats on, and then the turf is black as well. So you can't tell exactly where the tip of his toe is.
Johnny.
Huh?
No. No.
Yeah, his
cleats. You are not going down that route. Are you kidding me right now?
Well, I'm saying what's weird is the stopping. Like, the stop was on the out of bounds. Like, his toe stopped on the out of bounds part, which makes it look weird. It's hard to tell. I'm just saying. They ended up calling it. It was definitely a touchdown. Super lucky for Big Travie, because before that play, Marquise Brown, who he had in as well, had 1.5 fantasy points, and he just got hit with the double dip.
Oh,
Brett Johnson
damn.
just got hit with the double dip.
If you have Hollywood Brown and Lamar Jackson starting them both, you just got a nice double dip, 26 or so yard touchdown play. It's in the books. Justin Tucker's extra point is good. That is the 3rd touchdown for Lamar Jackson. That is a first for Hollywood Brown in this game. Both of their days are going fine. Especially Lamar Jackson. This man did not disappoint. 28 points in standard scoring. 28 points and 6-point touchdown scoring.
It's a good day. And we're only halfway through the 3rd.
I need the Jets to score.
Brian is going nuts right now on Lamar Jackson in our stream text on YouTube. What a monster play.
That was an awesome play.
That was really nice.
That was really nice. All right, if you're the Jets now, you're trying to bounce back. I'm feeling all right if I've got Robbie Anderson, Jamison Crowder. A little less excited about Le'Veon Bell, right? But the Jets have shown they can make some plays happen. They just haven't shown us that in a long time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Unfortunately, I think that last... So I said 3 more possessions. That was my guess. They might get 4 now that last one was kind of
That's a great question. On average, how many offensive possessions do you get in a quarter?
In a quarter, 2 to 3.
Really?
Yeah. You might, if your defense is really good, you might be able to get 4 possessions in a quarter would be kind of a lot for one team.
And that's what makes these scoring in fantasy so difficult, right? It's if you're getting 4 offensive series a quarter, that means you're getting 16 total turns. If you score on half of them, that's 8. You score 8 times. Let's say one of them goes to the backup tight end and the other one goes to the backup halfback, who no one is starting. That gives you only 2 more scoring plays to go between your marquee players.
Yeah, but I think you're going even. Yeah.
You know what I mean, though? Just I'm saying when you have these games, it's like, how did Michael Thomas not give me anything? How did he give me 4 points? How did Mike Evans give me 0? How did, pick a
when
stud?
You start breaking it all down, it really makes you fearful as a fantasy player.
Yeah, and it's part of the game. It's just built in, and football is so volatile, and you're dealing with a very limited amount of offensive series. You're dealing with relatively very limited amount of games. And so fluky things can happen.
Yeah.
But nothing fluky is happening in this game. It is going as expected. It is first down and 10 for the New York Jets. Start this drive at the 26-yard line. Sam Darnold running for his life, throws the ball just out of bounds. It's going to be second down and 10. Under 5 minutes to go now in the third quarter. Wow.
That is crazy.
Still not getting over that. So a quick update here on some of the fantasy stats for the New York Jets coming right after this play. Second and 10. Sam Darnold behind center. Le'Veon Bell at the halfback spot. Handoff is to Bell, who gets to the line of scrimmage, moves forward, breaks through an arm tackle, but goes down after maybe 3-4 yards. So after that Baltimore series, Lamar Jackson's got 7 carries for 70 yards. Mark Ingram, 9 carries for 67 yards. On the receiving side, biggest playmakers have been Marquise Brown, 3 catches for 38 yards and a touchdown. Boykin, 1 catching for 5 yards and a touchdown. Mark Andrews, 3 catches for 16 yards, and Snead 1 for 15. So not a ton of yards through the air, ton of touchdowns through the air, but not a lot
it's
of yards.
kind of insane. When you're looking at it and breaking it all down, it's just like, how does he so efficient, right?
Right.
Super efficient.
All right, that 3rd and 7 play, Sam Darnold steps back. He had a wide open Jamison Crowder cutting across the field about 10 yards down after the first down mark, but he was running for his life, falling backwards, and threw the ball to the ground. It's going to be 4th down. We'll see what the Jets do on this play. Is it too early to go for it? They say it is. It's going to be a punt here with 4 minutes and 7 seconds left in the third quarter. Ball is out. Baltimore catches the ball around the 12-yard line. He's going to take it out. He's moving around. He is going out of bounds around the 20-yard line for about a 5-yard return. Taking us to a commercial break. It's target.
4 minutes left to go in this quarter. I do not expect
now to look at some of the New York Jets stats. On the rushing side of the ball, Le'Veon Bell has carried the rock 16 times for 70 yards. Not bad. It's pretty good. Well over 4 yards of carry on that one. From the receiving side, Bell's got 2 catches for only 1 yard. Anderson's got 3 catches for 25. Jamison Crowder's your favorite one over here with 5 catches for 72 yards and their only touchdown on the day. And Vincent Smith, 3 catches for 40 yards. This man's having himself a day considering he only had, I think, 118 yards coming into this game. 40 yards is like a third of his entire season's total.
Gotta love when you can pick out guys. That was like last year when I was playing against Matt Potvin in our League of Record, and I started I started Spencer Ware because I had nobody, and our waiver wire was like completely thin, and it was the 1 week where Spencer Ware scored a touchdown, and I had him in my lineup. I felt so good.
Oh, isn't that so nice?
It's so nice. I mean, his production for that week, I think he ended up with like 7.5 fantasy points. So it was literally like, if he didn't give me the touchdown, he would have gotten me like nothing. It was great. I love that feeling.
Especially when you don't even do it. Like, you're not even trying to be cute. You're like,
right.
My roster sucks right now,
yeah.
and I'm rolling the dice and throwing a dart.
Yep.
And then you fucking hit, and you're like, yes.
Yeah. And you feel so badass. You're just like, yeah.
And it happens at this time of the year because you get players who have played 13, 14 games. Their bodies go out, and then everybody's waiver budget is spent. People aren't in the game anymore. Weird guys become available, and then all of a sudden you get, a halfback running for a team now who's the starting halfback whose name you haven't called all season.
Right. I mean, look at Ty Johnson a few weeks ago, right? Everyone thought that was the big running back to spend your wad on, and then it didn't end up being even him. And then now look at all these other running backs, even since that happened. That was like week 10. And just in the last like 3 weeks, we've had several running backs come available. No, I think it happened a little bit earlier than week 10, maybe 9 or 8, but still.
Yeah, expect that to keep happening. You might see some players on championship rosters that you haven't seen except for that week.
Yeah.
All right, new set of downs for the Baltimore Ravens. 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line. It's a modified pistol formation. Ball is handed off to the halfback who falls down.
Turf monster. Mark Ingram
springs
with
back
the turf.
up in 2 yards.
Mark Ingram gets the turf monster to come up and bite him. He was on the bench for a while, so he wasn't used to picking up his legs.
It's going to be 2nd down and 8. The New York Jets, their season average let up 78 yards on the ground. Pretty good, but tonight it's almost 150, 149 yards they've let up and counting. Wow. And I think you're going to see that number swell like a
one of those balloons on what is it?
Balloons.
Yeah, like the water balloon, like on a water balloon fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, you get those real big, juicy ones. You're like, oh, I'm going to get someone with this one.
Mark Ingram coming off the field with that dirty-looking visor, man.
I don't understand why they don't allow these players to go with these darker visors or like the reflector ones. They look so cool.
No fun league. That's it.
Yeah.
3rd down and 8. Ball is thrown to Marquise Brown, number 15. He does catch the ball. He gets close to the 1st down marker, but he's going to be short. It's 4th and 1. Lamar Jackson just gave his coach. It looked like he was doing push-ups, standing straight up, saying, "Nah, we're doing this. Get that punter off my field. I got us." That is really what it looked like he was saying. It's 4th and 1. They are staying on the field. Lamar Jackson's reading his wrist guard. The huddle is gathered. 3:35 left in the 3rd quarter. 4th and 1. Baltimore's going for it right now. 4 on the play clock. Shotgun formation. The ball is hiked. Lamar Jackson dancing around the pocket, moves out to the right. Signals is moving downfield. Mark Andrews catches the ball at midfield, and that's going to be a juicy gusher here. That's at least juicy gusher would be 50 yards and a 1st down. And he got close. That was a big play.
That was a really big play.
He's getting 4th catch of the game. And Lamar Jackson is fired up.
Mark Andrews, 13.2 fantasy points and a half-point PPR league. Or quarter. We do quarter point, don't we? In our dynasty.
We do half point.
We do.
First down and 10. Lamar Jackson steps back, dances around, throws the ball for a 1st down, about just a little under 15 yards, it looks like. Roberts was the receiver who caught it on the play, number 11. Good for another 1st down. Ravens rush to get the ball off, and someone jumped somewhere. Flags are all over the field. We got another Parade of Nations situation here.
Big Travie, Juicy Gusher, after telling his coach to boot the punter.
Yeah.
So Big Travie is in here saying. Big Travie certainly liking that they're going for it there. Wants to get all the Lamar Jackson points he can get.
That's right.
So we got 1st and 15.
So it is going to be on the Baltimore Ravens. Offsides on the play. The defensive line for the Jets, number 97, he jumped over. He called that. He said, "I know the rules. I'm coming to get you." Flag on Baltimore. 1st and 15. Shotgun formation. Lamar Jackson steps back. They're trying to get him. They can't. There's 3 defenders on the ground after trying to tackle him but failing. Lamar Jackson rolls out to the right, surveys the scene, makes the safe play, throws the ball out of bounds. It's going to be 2nd down and 15 with 1:04 left to go in the 3rd quarter. The Ravens are winning this game 28-7.
Driving, certainly wanting to put the game away here. We got a minute left to go in the 3rd quarter. What's going to happen?
Oh, sweet baby, 7.8-pound Jesus, please. Let Lamar Jackson score a touchdown. This is our own broadcast. We can do whatever we want. We can be biased on this. I would love to make it to the championship of our Dynasty League. Let's go, Lamar Jackson. Second and 15.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting you have Lamar Jackson in our Dynasty League.
You want to take a second to talk about that, Johnny? What does it mean for folks who took Lamar Jackson in their Dynasty leagues, either in redrafts, fresh leagues this year, or if they grabbed him in the rookie draft last year?
Okay, that you're extremely lucky because you have one of the most prolific fantasy quarterbacks for the next 10 years, 15. Well, it's Lamar Jackson. It'll be interesting to see how long he keeps his speed. Oh, my goodness.
Big play coming up here. Right now it's 2nd and 20. Shotgun formation. Lamar Jackson gets the ball. He steps up. He throws to the end zone. Ball is caught. Number 11, Roberts, with a badass touchdown there for the Baltimore Ravens. That's number 4 on the day for Lamar Jackson through the air. That's number 1 for Roberts, number 11. Yeah, buddy, it is getting put away for the Ravens, the Jets. If they're going to get ready to go home here pretty soon.
So that got spoiled by the fact that I opened up to see your dynasty score, and it changed right when that was about to happen. I was like, oh, here comes a big play. I didn't know who had caught it. I just had known that like your points had gone up, and I was like,
really?
Yeah. So
it's so funny streaming or watching content today. Justin Tucker with the extra point. It's good. 58 seconds left, 35-7. It's such a funny thing today when you watch content because so few people, are watching it actually through a satellite or cable or standard TV provider.
Yeah.
Even if you're watching it on DirecTV or whatever, you're doing it usually through the internet, which causes a little bit of lag here or there. And I never know what's the most live stream.
Right.
Sometimes you're watching the game and then your fantasy app updates first. And like back in the day, your fantasy app was always delayed.
Yeah.
And now your fantasy app is ahead of your stream.
Right. It's so weird. Or the really, really weird one is when, well, I know you, again, you don't watch Red Zone, but when Red Zone is on and it's in front of the channel that you have on TV. Like, when I'm watching the Cardinals games, and every once in a while, it doesn't happen a lot, but every once in a while, the stream from the Cardinals on the Red Zone is ahead of the actual stream that I'm seeing on the TV. It's like, yeah, what is going on?
And the real weird one is when you're actually at the game,
and the app is updating before
you're updating ahead. You're like, wait, I'm in Baltimore Stadium, and Lamar Jackson just scored, and then he scored.
It's
like, what the hell? No, but that obviously doesn't happen. But sometimes it is. You're like, all right, put your phone away. No spoilers. Like, what?
Yeah. I know. That's why I was like, I didn't want to have it out when I was looking at that. But then, what are the odds? What are the odds that a monster play happened when I pulled out the phone? But I guess pretty high is what the answer is.
I think everybody here in our chat window is Lamar Jackson fanning out right now.
I know. It's unfortunate I can't be in this group with you guys rooting on Lamar Jackson in such a way. He is very, very exciting to watch. It is fun to see him score a lot of points. We'll get back to this game, but remind me on the next commercial break about Lamar Jackson and talking about your dynasty team, Austin, because I have a very interesting point.
It's going to be 1st and 10 for the New York Jets. Ball's in the shot formation. Steps back, pocket collapses. He rolls out to the right, run. He does. He's going to get 11 yards and a first down. Goes out of bounds, stops the clock. At this point, whatever.
Yeah, there's frankly not enough time or possessions for the Jets to come back in this fourth quarter. Unless we get a bunch of onside kicks. And by a bunch, I mean like 4.
We'll see what happens. I mean, they're not going to win the game.
Big Travie just jumping on to be like, hey, there was a juicy gusher by Lamar Jackson, and then jumps off. Can't believe that.
Le'Veon Bell gets the ball on their first down attempt. runs forward, getting about 3 yards on the play, bringing up a second down to close out the third quarter.
One more quarter to go. Oh, so I was going to tell you the story on this commercial break.
Mm-hmm.
So, what makes it so frustrating, I guess I would say, about you and the Lamar Jackson is that, well, one, you took Aaron Rodgers in that league, and you did so because you are an Green Bay Packers fan. I get it. I totally understandable. Aaron Rodgers still a good quarterback. I had to take Kyler Murray super, 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 super early in that
Fourth, fifth
draft,
round.
in the fourth round, beginning of the fourth round, yeah, because, well, one, I didn't have a fifth round pick because I traded it, and two, we are in a league. The majority of our league is comprised of, like you said, either Cardinals fans or Rams fans. And I knew that there was no chance that I would be getting Lamar, or that I would be able to get Kyler Murray to fall to me in the sixth round, if I didn't take him in the end of the fourth. And so I did it because I wanted to have him that bad in a startup dynasty. And I still don't regret that decision, but it does hurt when you see Lamar Jackson doing what he is doing and knowing that if I
Nobody
wasn't,
expected this to happen, right? I
no,
remember
not,
you and I had a couple of conversations on some of the mock drafts for TFW, and I'd asked the question: is there any reason to think that Lamar Jackson is going to do better than Kyler Murray, given that Lamar Jackson and Kyler Murray are both very fast, but Kyler Murray's a little bit quicker?
mm-hmm,
And we knew Kyler Murray could throw. And coming into
right,
this offseason, we didn't know if Lamar Jackson was going to be able to evolve his game. We definitely didn't think he was going to get to this level. And it
mm-hmm,
was really asking the question, yeah, we know he's going to run the ball 15 plus times a game, but can he hit an open receiver? That was the question. And
right,
oh, yeah, he can. But we didn't know that until this year.
right. So that's why it's really cool that you were able to get him, and way later too, and so it really paying off dividends for your
I
for
think
your
the
team.
12th round is what
Yeah,
it was in a
steal,
20-round draft.
steal.
And then Terry McLaurin in the 17th, your boy. Love
Yeah,
that
and
one.
you wouldn't trade him to me for nothing
For Josh
earlier this
Gordon and
season.
what, a third? Is that what you offered me?
At first, and then you're like, "Give me a first," and I was like, "Okay, I'll give you a first," and then you never responded.
No. But you didn't. Weren't going to give me first and Gordon.
Yeah, that's true. I wasn't going to give
I
you a
wanted a
first, and
first and Gordon.
that's right. Which, hindsight, I should have just done it because then I would have just been basically given you a first round pick, what I wanted to give you anyway. Although that first round pick could be pretty good.
It could be. You're okay. It's now third down and 7 yards to go for the Jets. It's the start of the fourth quarter here after that incomplete pass. One more quarter to see if anything can happen here. And this is the fun part of fantasy. This game is pretty much out of reach, but it's the playoffs for fantasy. If you're playing anyone in the Jets uniform, you still got life here.
Yeah. So at one more quarter.
Sam Darnold throws the ball out to his tight end, number 87, for maybe 4 yards. It's going to bring up a fourth down, maybe 4 yards to go.
How are they not going for this 4th and 3 when they're down by a bajillion?
I guess they're trying to save face and not try to win the game.
Yeah, they're like, "Hey, we're gonna give you the ball back, Baltimore, and just run it. Just eat the clock. Just be clock suckers."
Just suck on that clock. If you took the L out of clock, it'd be a dirty word.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Now this is a little interesting here, Austin.
Oh, that wasn't touched, was it?
Oh,
Why do they do that? Why, when the ball after a punt is rolling down the field, it's rolling, it's moving, it's not out of reach, but it's getting closer to the end zone, and they just pick the ball up?
Yeah, well, so it looked like it deflected off of a Baltimore defender there, so he was picking it up so way another Baltimore guy couldn't get it. They're saying this could be reviewed. The Jets could be getting this ball at the 3-yard line. That's why he did that, because at first I was with you. I'm like, why it's rolling in the direction towards the touchdown. You can get it down at the 1. I totally understand. But looking at that, it does look like it hit the Baltimore defender when it was coming down and then started to bounce back, and that's why he had jumped onto it. So it'll be interesting to see when they come back from this commercial break if it's going to be overturned. It's going to be Jets ball or Baltimore ball at the 3-yard line. Either way.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that the Jets get this ball right here and can just get it in the end zone. You got Le'Veon Bell. I hope you get some points right here. If you got anyone else, I hope you get some points right here. If you got the Baltimore defense, I hope you lose some points right here.
I'm hoping Cam. He jumped on here way early. He had Bell and Jackson. Jackson is balling out. If he can get Le'Veon Bell to get a touchdown, I feel confident about his matchup.
So where do you think Lamar Jackson goes in redraft next year? Is he the number 1 quarterback off the board? You take him ahead of Patrick Mahomes?
Yes. And I think because the regret, I don't think that. See what Patrick Mahomes did last year. I don't think it's very, very difficult to repeat, and that was why I was so against drafting Pat Mahomes again. What Lamar Jackson did this year, I think he could get better, and
Yeah,
so
I
I can actually, for the first time, I'm like, I wouldn't mind taking him.
You take him first overall?
No, I don't think I get. Oh, it did graze his foot.
You take Christian McCaffrey over Lamar Jackson?
Yeah, just because the depth at the quarterback position.
But after Christian McCaffrey, I'm not sure there's a consensus number 2.
I would still go Zeke. I would rather have Zeke over Lamar Jackson for the sense of the position dominance. Because Zeke compared to what's the next best running back? Because obviously, I mean,
Dalvin Cook, Hunter Henry, Aaron Jones. Those are the next 3 out of the top 5.
But I'm just saying, by the time those guys aren't going to be there by the time that you would get there. It looks like it grazes this guy's shoulder, but they keep it with Baltimore. They did not overturn the call.
It's going to stay as called, which is Baltimore ball on about the 3-yard line. Yeah, that was real close if it touched the Baltimore special teams player or not. All right, Lamar Jackson is still in the game. Pistol formation with a halfback and fullback. They hand the ball off to Mark Ingram, who runs ahead for about 8 yards. There's a flag on the play, though. This usually comes in the position and timing of a hold. We'll see what the call is here in just a moment.
Looks real cold where this game is being played.
A lot of breath, huh?
Yeah.
It's going to be offsides on the defense, actually. Penalty is declined. Oh, there's a personal foul. Also, two penalties on the defense. It's going to be unnecessary roughness on number 48. That penalty is enforced from the end of the run. It's going to be an automatic first down, but it's going to be 15 yards added on top of.
Austin, are you surprised Lamar Jackson is still in this game?
I guess a little bit, but I think he's just in there to put it away. I think that he does have the strongest competency of this. I think they're going to be careful with him.
Mm-hmm.
It's football, so anything can happen here, but I think that they're just going to try to work this game down and try to cut this fourth quarter some more, grab a couple of first downs. We'll see. They're definitely comfortable punting the ball. Mm-hmm. It's just, can they get some first downs? Can they essentially kind of put it away in this series? I'd be surprised if we saw Lamar Jackson and the rest of the starters on the second series, pending a score. It's going to be second down and 8, 13-15 to go. Clock is ticking. Ball is on the 28-yard line in Baltimore territory. Fake the handoff to the halfback. Play action. Lamar Jackson's going to get sacked. First sack of the day. Behind 1 yard behind the line of scrimmage. Going to bring up third down and 11. Excuse me, third down and 8.
Speaking of cold, Mark Ingram over there looking all bundled up.
Yeah, he is. And those big old jack in the hood there to cover the helmet. Third down and 8. We know that the Ravens are down to throw still. That's what they were trying to do on the last play. Anything is on the table here. Gus Edwards, the halfback for him in shotgun formation. Lamar Jackson steps back, throws the ball down the field. Oh, my goodness. That would have been a touchdown for Mark Andrews.
Mark Andrews would have just had like a, what is that? A 70-yard touchdown. Should have been a walk-in 70-yard touchdown, and Lamar Jackson overthrows him by a country mile. This is what he Matt. Oh,
yeah, that was a
and then we get
there.
Jets. I jumped forward. My thing.
What's the call, Johnny?
No, go ahead. Sorry. Hold on. Let me.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Blocked punt. Blocked punt by the Jets defense. They got it. They're in the end zone. It's a score for the Jets. Their second touchdown of the game. 13-35 is the score. It's going to be the Ravens' ball here again shortly. I don't think a lot of people started the Jets defense out there.
No, probably not. That was not a good choice. And even so, I don't even think with that defensive score, their defense could still be in the
right, because
negative.
you let up 35 already. You're at -4 there. You've only got 1 sack. So you're like under 5 points.
Yeah.
Oh, and then the Jets missed the extra point.
Oh. What is going on? What is going on? Man, Mark Andrews should have had that 70-yard touchdown. I needed that. I needed that. I mean, I didn't.
Yeah, that would have been that. Oh, that was almost there. Jesus.
Lamar would have put up like a 50-point night. No, he would have been at like 45. Certainly something that fantasy owners would like to see starting off a week. That's for sure. Oof. Oh, that was heartbreaking. Mandrews could have had like 27. He would have had 27 fantasy points himself. I would have felt, oh man, this makes me feel bad. I told a couple people. I said to start. Well, I still see him. I mean, I got asked Hooper or Mark Andrews. Austin Hooper. I said Austin Hooper. But then when it was asked between Mark Andrews and Higbee, I said Mark Andrews.
Mark Andrews has looked really nice this game. That would have been extra nice on that play.
Yeah, that would have been real juicy there.
But that's football.
Oh man, that was what we were talking about earlier, where you get these things that just like change. They change the entire dynamic of your week, or could change the dynamic of your week by that one simple play. Like that was a monster. Like what would that one even be called? What a Pop-Tart? Because,
like
I mean,
that.
that one was like,
I got to pull out the dictionary for how we out on these ones.
I know. Like anything over like a 50-yard or a 70-yard touchdown.
Yeah, we do. We have up to a 70 a 75-yard touchdown. We have a label for. We'll have those for you next time.
Yeah, we'll get it all. We'll get it all ready for you.
So the commercial
All right,
break
good.
now is coming to an end. It's 12 minutes and 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The score is 35-13. The Jets are about to kick the ball off.
Oh no, I feel okay. So I feel even better. I know it was Andrews or Higbee. It was two separate and two leagues. Someone said Andrews or Higbee or Hooper or Higbee, and I told them to go with Hooper and Andrews.
Nice.
So I feel good right now. It makes me feel good.
I got Hooper going in that dynasty league of ours.
Hooper, another guy that had a good season.
Yeah, He just came back from that injury. Thought he was the number one tight end in. So the Jets are getting a little cute going back and forth. Was it an onside? Was it a standard kick?
Remember when you used to do that in Madden?
Yeah.
Yeah.
XX. Looks like we don't know what they're going to probably going to be going with an onside kick on this play. Baltimore Ravens are just scattered everywhere. It is an onside kick. Baltimore fields that ball.
They almost
Baltimore
got
ball.
it. That was it was
46
close.
Yard line or so.
Is Lamar Jackson going to score another touchdown here? They have the ball at like what was this, a 40 something?
Yeah.
45. 44. 4.4 fantasy points available. 6 if you get the touchdown. So a total of 10.4 max. That's what you can get here.
Let's break down for us there. Lamar Jackson is still in this game. Let's get another score here, Lamar Jackson. Let's get to Marquise Brown, Mark Andrews, Mark Ingram. Get some people some points. Mark Ingram's going to be losing yards and points on the play and then gets taken out by the Gatorade machine on the sidelines.
He is not happy about this.
Oh, is he a little banged up on that play? Oh, fuck.
He's so upset he took out all those Gatorade waters. He feels so bad. That's what it is. He feels terrible that he just destroyed all the work of that water boy. That poor water boy. Hey, at least someone cares.
Lamar Jackson in the center behind it. He's stepping back. He's going to throw. He's panicked, and he throws the ball out of bounds after running over to the left side. Plays it safe, gets out of bounds, me 3rd and 14.
Even Brian Douglas here on YouTube stream said, "Wow, he's still in. That's kind of crazy." I agree. And you know what? This is. I'm not even gonna say it. I don't even want to think it because that's just terrible. I'm not even.
But we know why he shouldn't be in this game. Because he could die.
Literally, like there's so many things that could.
This is so weird, especially when he's got a weird hamstring issue anyways.
Yeah, and RG3 is very much capable of running this.
All right, 3rd and 14, steps back, shotgun formation, throws down the field. The ball is caught by
nice.
Roberts, number 11. It's another good catch he's made.
Seth Roberts.
Out the first down. Lamar is skipping. He looks all right. Big smile on his face.
That's Seth Roberts, former Oakland Raider.
Nice. Sure he's happy to be in Baltimore instead.
I'm sure you'd be happy if you didn't have to start him.
Yeah. All right. Ravens now starting a fresh set of downs on the 26-yard line. The starters are still in. The ball is fake handoff to Ingram. Lamar Jackson's bolting down the field. He's got to the 10-yard line where he steps out. About a 16-yard play on that run. Happens so fast.
Lamar Jackson must play fantasy football because there's no way he should be doing this stuff unless he has himself in fantasy football and needs a big week. I'm convinced of it. I'm fully convinced.
Seriously. My favorite story of that was Gardner Minshew. In his dynasty league, he redrafted his whole squad. He took Kyler Murray as his quarterback, and Gardner Minshew is still on the waiver wire for the whole
No.
league. And Gardner Minshew, though, is in first place.
Oh, that's so great. That's
Isn't that
hilarious.
great?
That's awesome.
All right, first and goal on the 10-yard line. Lamar Jackson rolls around. He's got the ball. He's throwing. This is going to be a touchdown. Mark Ingram in for the score.
Wow.
It's a 10-yard touchdown play for Mark Ingram from Lamar Jackson. 7-point play in standard scoring for Mark Ingram. Little over 6 there for Lamar Jackson. That's the call. 41-13. Ravens are up in this one, shutting the Jets down.
Oh my gosh. Lamar almost has 50 fantasy points in a 6-point touchdown fantasy league. You have basically, if you have him, you basically won this week. It's so hard to lose when you have a player go for something like that.
And look at the efficiency on this one. He's only got 23 attempts, 15 for 23, 212 yards through the air, 5 touchdown passes.
And there's still 10 minutes to go.
Yeah.
Like, if they don't pull, they got to pull him now. They've got to pull him, right?
Yeah, they really do. He's smiling. He's happy. They're up by like 1,000,000 points. I'm playing in a semifinal right now with Lamar Jackson. I'm saying get his ass out of the game. Please, John Harbaugh.
Right.
Please.
Well, Mark Ingram, Brian Douglas, 47 points in my league for Lamar. Same over here, buddy. With our leagues, we do 6-point touchdown, and Lamar Jackson just having himself a day, a year, a season. I should have said season before year, but it's okay. And then on the other side, Mark Ingram, 22.6 fantasy points.
Damn.
Monster day. Monster day.
Day.
Not good for Nick. Not good for Nick.
Nick's going against Tucker.
Yeah.
Really pulling for Nick.
I am too. Don't want to see don't want to see Tucker win another one. Don't want to see. Oh, man. If Tucker and Travis are both playing, so we know we're going to have another champion that's already won.
I'd be okay with Travis winning one.
I'd be okay with Travis winning one. I'm fine if Travis makes a playoff or finals, but I want Nick to win.
Me too. I think everybody does. And then I'd be okay with Travis just because that's so good of a 3 championships, 3 last place finishes. That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
The way the cookie crumbles. Yeah, that would just be insane too. out of we've been in the league for 10, but Big Travie came in 2 years after or a year after? A year after.
1 year after.
So this is his 8th season playing.
Right.
Consistency. One way or another, it's consistency.
Yeah, all but 2 years. Just the odds on that are so wild. In 8 years, 6 years, he's finished either first or last.
Yeah.
In 6 of the years.
That's incredible. All right. Still have 10 minutes to go in this game. Do you think I wonder if a team has ever just been like, they were just so down by so many points that they're just like, I'm just going to kneel. Like, waste the
football
clock.
team?
Yeah, like, it's there. They're down by 30, but they're like, this game's over. I don't want to risk anything. Like, let's just
like in
kneel.
basketball when they just dribble it out.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I remember one time I watched my alma mater, Northern Arizona University, playing against the University of Arizona for that first game of the season. It was one of those games where you have big schools playing, a nearby smaller school where they literally pay them so they can whoop their ass.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And we were so outmatched in that game, and it was 3rd down, and they were pressed near the end zone. It was like they were on the 2-yard line or something like that, and it was 3rd down and 11, and they punted.
No.
They punted on 3rd down.
Why?
because they were afraid they were going to get a safety or something. I was just like, are you fucking kidding me?
Oh my
They punted
god.
on third down. I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
So I don't. That's about as close as I've ever seen to the outcome you're talking about
Yeah,
right
that's
there.
pretty insane.
Yeah. So now when it looks like okay, Robert Griffin is starting to get warmed up. He's got a smile on his face. He's going to get some play time. So if you're Lamar Jackson, if you've got him on your fantasy team, your day is pretty much over. Sorry, you only got your 5 touchdown passes and 86 yards rushing.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold's day, though, is just beginning. He throws the ball down the field. It's caught.
Oh, that should have been a touchdown. We got a little bit of turf monster coming up.
Robbie Anderson on the play. Fat catch. This is about, let's see, 20, 35 yards or so on the play. He went down without anybody touching him. That ball was slightly overthrown. He extended his arms, caught the pass, but threw himself off balance and took a roll right afterwards, popped up, and there was a defender there to tag him down. It's 1st and 10. Ball's on the 20-yard line now. Jets have the ball with just under 8.5 to go in this fourth. Ball is handed off to the halfback, Le'Veon Bell, who runs to the right side, gets tackled after getting about 3 yards on the. Oh, Mark Ingram's on the screen, hyping up his number 1 boy, Lamar Jackson,
Yeah.
MVP this year.
It made me think about how interesting it would be if Baltimore ended up playing the Saints in the Super Bowl. How crazy would that be?
That'd be a fun matchup.
That would be a fun matchup.
What's your ideal matchup this year, Johnny?
Honestly, I think that might be it.
Yeah, I would just switch out. I put the Packers in as, Packers fan.
Yeah, that's right. I wouldn't mind seeing the Packers in there.
That would be awesome. I'd love to see my Packers get their ass kicked by the Ravens in the Super Bowl. All right. Ball is thrown to Jamison Crowder. Jamison Crowder walks into the end zone. That's a touchdown for him.
Second touchdown of the day for Jamison Crowder. There we go.
Big Travie start Jamison Crowder? I think he dropped him a while ago.
Yeah, he did. I have him in a league up 22 fantasy points.
Nice.
Wow, Sam. I had in that league Crowder and Mark Andrews going. So both of those guys get a good day. But Sam Darnold, I also had starting.
Jamison Crowder, really nice play on that. Caught the ball about 5 yards before the end zone. Kept moving right. Was able to get in. A couple hands touched him on his way into the end zone, but didn't slow him down. For his second score of the day, Jets are lining up now to go for 2 points to make this a 3-score game. 19-42 is the count. Sam Darnold's in the backfield, shotgun formation. Crowder joins him in the backfield as well.
This clock has been at 0 for like 10 seconds.
And now the flag is on the field. Delay of game.
Did you see that?
Sam Darnold. Jesus.
That, like, as soon as Crowder got in the backfield there, it was at 0. And they still were like, oh, we'll give them a shot. We'll see if they do it. We don't want to really penalize them unless we have to.
Yeah, right. And they forced him to. Still going to go now for 2. Just going to move that ball back 5 yards. Ty Montgomery is the halfback in. So sorry, Le'Veon Bell owners. He doesn't look like he's on the field right now. Sam Darnold in the halfback position there with number 88 on his left. You got 3 wide receivers on the right side, 1 out to the left. Ball is hiked. Darnold throws to the back of the end zone. It looks like it's going to be caught by Robbie Anderson for that 2-point conversion.
Very nice.
Wasn't a bad play right there.
And then
Good catch by Robbie Anderson.
why are you doing the, like, flapping your arms like wings like a raven when you're down by 21 points, dude, in the fourth quarter? Makes no sense.
You're down by as many points as you scored the whole game.
Yeah. And you're over here flapping your wings like you have done something important, even though you only have 68 receiving yards and a 2-point conversion.
He's having fun, apparently. I don't know why, but catching footballs is a fun thing to do.
Yeah.
So the score now, it's 7 minutes and 35 seconds left. Baltimore is up 42-21. some of our big performers now. Looks like if you got a Jets player, they're going to keep playing. But Baltimore, I'd expect to be pulling their starters after this one. Even though they let up that score, I don't see Lamar Jackson or Mark Ingram coming back into this game unless they have to, which they currently do not.
Should not have to.
We'll see what the call is. Jets kick the ball off, do a little squib kick. Baltimore gets the ball at the 20, starts to run it up field. Oh, they're going to be brought down by the helmet at the 22-yard line. Flag on the play.
That's some good, clean family fun, isn't it, Cotton?
Super clean. You can see that one. I mean, actually, it looked like
Was
on
it
the live
ear
play,
holes?
got his hand. We'll see. Yeah, Robert Griffin's coming out onto the field right now for the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson's day is done pending overtime.
It's not actually Robert Griffin. It's actually Lamar Jackson, just with a Robert Griffin the third jersey on. He decided he wasn't done yet. He just needed to get some fantasy points for another player here. Oh, no.
Robert Griffin in at the quarterback position. 7.5 to go in the fourth quarter. Looks like Gus Edwards there in the halfback spot as well. Pistol formation, play action pass. Mark Ingram, or excuse me, incomplete pass thrown over there on the left-hand side. Number 42 is the intended target. He was super bummed he did not catch it.
Ooh.
Second down and 10. Pistol formation. 6 to go on the game clock. Number 42 goes in motion. Play action again. This time Robert Griffin's going to hold the ball. He's going to be forced out of bounds after getting about 3 yards.
That tackle looks so hard. That
Griffin?
Robert Griffin just took.
Boom, yeah. Caught him moving backwards, fell on his butt. Right to the ground. Clock is ticking, 6:45 to go. 3rd and 6. Baltimore Ravens have the ball at the 43-yard line. 3, 2, 1 on the game clock. Ball is hiked. Ball is play action again. Griffin's going to run up the middle for about a yard. This is going to bring up a 4th down and 5. Fully expect Baltimore to punt the ball after this play. Robert Griffin, when he was being tackled, looked like he took out one of the Jets coaches. He's okay over there.
Maybe he can take out one of us as well, or both of us, so we don't have to endure very much more of this game. This has just been. It feels like Baltimore Ravens thought this game was over after 3 quarters, which it pretty much was, but
this game, Johnny, has gone about exactly as you'd expect from like every single player and the whole situation.
Yes. 100%.
Lamar Jackson, huge game. Marquise Brown, big touchdown. Mark Andrews, 1 touchdown and should have had another one. Mark Ingram doing nice things on the ground and a touchdown pass through the air. Jets, Robbie Anderson with a tutty, Jamison Crowder with 2, Le'Veon Bell with a decent yards per carry, but just really not enough opportunity to get you a strong fantasy game.
Yeah.
This has been pretty much, as expected all the way through. We got a flag on the play before this 4th down punt of the Ravens. Looks like it's a penalty on the offense. False start. Pull them back 5 yards. John Harbaugh is all smiles despite having that penalty hit his team. I'm sure he's not happy about that. Ravens punt team is not having a great day. They are across the board, but not on this one. They get that punt off, fortunately. And actually, I said Robbie Anderson had a touchdown. He did not early. The 2 point. That defense had their other third touchdown to go along with Crowder's two.
That's right. That's right.
Jets have a decent return on that play. There is a flag, though. We'll see what the call is in here in just a second. It's holding on the kicking team. Man, this Baltimore punt team kind of sucks. They got to put Lamar Jackson in there, too.
I mean, they would probably make their punt team better because he could get down there so fast. Wow, look at this. Lamar Jackson gets the most rushing yards ever. 1,100 rushing yards from a quarterback.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
1,103 rush yards this season, quarterback single season record, and we're in week 15.
Wow. That is impressive. Like, you are impressed if your running back gets over 1,000 yards. And you just had your quarterback do that with getting you passing yards. So maybe that is maybe the answer. I don't know. It's so early to tell right now as to whether you would take Lamar. But, I mean, Lamar's like two positions in one.
He really is. He's like a really good running back. And, I mean, he's an excellent, excellent quarterback from an efficiency standpoint. From a pure fantasy perspective, just looking at his passing number, he's in a middle of the road there. But then he's an elite running back on top of that. At least an RB1.
Mm-hmm.
Glitch mode. And taking a look at that draft class, Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, Josh Allen, Josh Rosen, and Lamar Jackson all taken in that first round of the 2018 draft. And wow, this is kind of a fun. I forgot about this storyline. You have Sam Darnold, who was taken like 20-something spots ahead of Lamar Jackson, and look at where we are right now.
Yeah.
Ball is handed off to Le'Veon Bell for the Jets. It's 3rd down and 2. He's going to be stopped before that first down marker. He's going to bring up a 4th down in a little bit. The Jets should go for this one, but I'm not surprised if they punt. That's a joke, just kind of like the Jets team is this year.
Oh.
Sorry, they're not that bad, and I'm also a Cardinals fan.
Yeah.
Damn, dude, our Cardinals, man, we were looking like we're middle of the road, and now we're looking like we're getting a top 5 draft pick.
Yeah, it's definitely bittersweet, but I kind of want that draft pick at this point.
I know, right? At this point, like, I believe in Kyler Murray. I'm fine with him.
Yeah, it's like, what are we gonna prove? That we're middle of the road? Like, I'm okay just losing out on the next ones and getting top 5 again, and then hopefully next year be better.
Yeah, I certainly hope so. We can see any kind of resemblance to the jump Lamar Jackson took year 1 to 2 from Kyler Murray.
That's what makes me so excited about Kyler Murray. It's just seeing the jump that we saw from Lamar Jackson from weeks 1 or years 1 to 2 to all of a sudden, what can Kyler Murray do now?
It's going to be a last play there for the Jets was a 4th and 2 pass attempt. Ball went to the ground. It's a turnover on downs now. It's going to be Baltimore's ball around the 40-yard line with around 4 minutes left in this game. Should see the remainder of this game go pretty quick. We can only hope.
We can only hope. We got 4 minutes left. We could see some vintage RG3. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Did you owned RG3 his rookie year, didn't you?
No, that was Potman.
Oh, it was. That's a shame.
Yeah. I had Aaron Rodgers that year. Robert Griffin hands the ball off to Gus Edwards, who fights his way to the line of scrimmage, is tackled by the Jets' defensive line after a gain of nothing.
Oh, there are 3 games this Saturday.
Oh, wow. Oh, next Saturday.
Next Saturday. That's right. It is closer to the Christmas time.
December 21st, Deshaun Watson's Texans versus the Buccaneers. The Bills at Patriots and the Rams at the 49ers you can expect to see on December 21st. Good quarterbacks coming up next week on Saturday. Ravens with the ball here now. 2nd and 10, ball at the 42-yard line. Running back goes in motion. Receiver. Oh, Gus Edwards. He breaks past the first down marker. He's running down the field.
Oh, he's got space.
Fat ass run there for Gus Edwards.
That's
over 20 yards. He goes down, stays in bounds. Clock is ticking. 3:03 left to go. First down for the Baltimore Ravens. They're just going to try to run this clock out. They're either going to run this clock out or they're going to run it into the end zone. That's the call that I've got before we see it.
I think if a player goes over, we were talking about this earlier. If a player goes over, like with that monster play, like what Mark Andrews would have had, that should be a everlasting Gom stopper. Because it's like that thing keeps going. You don't forget that one.
Kind of, that's an everlasting gobstopper. Just kept going.
It just kept going.
That could be like a 99-yard touchdown play.
Right. Just like, yeah.
So this play now, after a 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. This is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. All smiles by the Ravens squad.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson over there having a good time. We should invite him on our show. And then...
You want to hit him up?
Yeah.
Right.
I'll just slide into his DMs.
There you go.
Speaking of which, if you guys have a question, a fantasy question in the future, and you've made it through all 2 hours and 53 minutes and 55 seconds of this live stream, make sure you slide into our DMs. And if you have any fantasy questions or fantasy advice that you need to get you ready for this weekend, let us know. Hit us up. Fantasy Whisper.
Oh, nice. Brian Douglas here. Thanks, Brian. Said getting off here. Thank you all for doing this. Made it very interesting. Loving the 2-minute drills every week. All. Good luck, everyone.
Thank you, Brian.
Good luck to you, Brian.
Brian's a good fan. He jumps onto our live streams quite often.
That's great. All right, so now
that's great news.
That is great news here. Man, my mind is getting a little gushy right here. I did love doing this, Johnny, though. As the clock ticks down here with a minute and a half to go, it's 1st and 10 for the Ravens after a first down run. Looks like Brian Hill's in the game now. RG3 play action. He's going to be dealing with some defenders, though. He's going to be tackled at the line of scrimmage. Stays in bounds. Clock continues to move. 2nd down. Jets have 2 timeouts. We'll see if they use any of them. Oh, did I lose you?
What?
Oh, never mind.
Oh, they are in the victory formation. All right, Austin.
Johnny.
Any last words you have before we sign off on this one?
Let's say thanks for anybody tuning in. This was the first fantasy broadcast brought to you by the Fantasy Whispers. We're really kind of working this out for the remainder of the fantasy playoffs to get ready then for next season. Planning on doing primetime games, calling them from a fantasy perspective. Let us know what you'd like to see, what you'd like to see included in those ones. We're really looking forward to taking the calling of to broadcasting these games to a fantasy angle and give the people what they're looking for on this one. This was a lot of fun, Johnny. I love doing this with you. I'm looking forward to the next one.
Yeah, the next one will be a lot of fun. I'm excited. Thank you, Austin, for joining me on this 3-hour tour, and and appreciate
All right, much
it, man.
love, my brother. This was awesome.
All right, take it easy, man.
You too.
Peace.